Cool. Welcome back, everyone. Andy, are you here, by the way?
Here.
Okay, cool. I heard you like your voice like once, and then you got really quiet, but it's all good. Welcome back, everyone, for another beautiful week. Real quick, I want to start off saying, starting next week, I no longer work on Mondays, so it's not going to change anything. It's just like I'll be available more easily before sessions if anyone has like for future downtime stuff if it ever comes up. I'll be off Sunday through Tuesday, which is going to be fantastic. I look forward to it because I'll be working evening shift as well. So like I'll be waking up like 2 hours before D&D instead of, so I'll be like basically on American time, the rest of you guys. Who wants to recap last week? Actually, you know what, Dusty, you get to recap last week.
Are you sure you want me to do it after last week?
Did you recap last week as well?
Well, no, but like, if you watched the opening video last week, it was a very hilarious ending. But do you want me to recap with the secret or without the secret?
Oh, without the secret. That is not revealed to the public yet, so it's up to you, Sealy, to reveal what's going on.
Okay, it's not me a character.
Technically, it's on the video, so it's public.
Well, it's public, but only if you watch it. I don't tag the video. I'm not trying to get popular. This is only just because I'm too lazy to take notes.
Your characters don't know what the secret is yet.
Yeah.
So.
Yes.
Yeah. So we just got a cursed dagger. He got berated by Gwilric a lot. Lost all his gold to pay back. We got there, faced down some ender caps. We got a narc when we found a ghost. And I don't know if Gwilric could Gwilric see my passengers?
So no.
Okay.
Not unless they are out.
Gotcha. I didn't know if I should recap that or not, but we got back at the boat after Dusty grabbed the. Is someone on speaker? I'm getting feedback.
Oh yeah, Kevin. Yep.
Okay.
We can hear ourselves through your mic.
1 second. Let me turn it down.
Yeah, it's weird.
Is that better?
Yes.
Hello. Yeah, better. And then we found a ghost who I took her sickle. And with the dagger, explosions happened. They both turned gray, and then we headed back to Convergence.
The black and red dagger and the white sickle are now
both
gray in color. More like not even metallic looking, just dulled. They're sharp. They're actually still weapons, but they just have a.
They just
dull color
They
to
look
them.
like game assets that haven't been colored.
Do they still light up under detect magic that I still have?
They would, yes. You get to know the School of Magic with Detect Magic, don't you?
Yes,
I do.
You do.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Let me figure out what School of Magic they would be. Hold on a second here.
Things man was not meant to know.
I have two in mind. I just have a cheat sheet to help me remember exactly how I would define things. Let me go to Sorry about this, everyone. It would be divination.
Interesting. Both of them?
Yes. And I do want to make it known, this is a little bit of me sprinkling a little homebrewing. They are equal in both intensity and everything else. If you could not physically see them, you would think they were the same item magically.
Never one without the other.
Interesting.
So, are we gonna recap from the boat ride back? Because I know you guys did an RP while we were in the secret chat.
Yeah, the DM, would like to kind of know what was talked about, but I don't have to know.
I mean, do you want to just repeat your RP? I believe it was Fenix and Gwilric had an RP thing going on.
I mean, we just had a conversation while you were off doing your secret thing that basically amounted to Fenix addressing Gwilric with the fact that Gwilric was being very harsh with Dusty, very insulting, and it wasn't really helping anything. Gwilric listened and agreed, just went, you know what, fine, I'll lay off the insults, but I'm not going to lay off the criticisms when he does something stupid, Gwilric's just going to try to be a bit more on point going forward.
Since we're having a parent talk.
Fair enough.
This is so goddamn funny.
So you guys are on the boat heading back. I did say the captain did allow you guys to bring the bodies on if anything. You know, yeah, you do have your magic bag of holding now. Congratulations.
Which we still need to turn inside out to check if there's anything in it.
There wouldn't be.
Okay.
So anything. So I did give the loot reward and everything. That would be going through the bag of holding and the possessions, and anything equipment wise would just be either not worth it to you guys to downgrade to, or I would just convert it into the gold price anyways.
Can I take the potion of fire breath? I want to try to duplicate it.
That is up to you guys to
Go
get
ahead.
the loot.
Fine with
Yeah.
me. So are we already on the boat and riding back?
Yes.
Okay. I would actually on the boat riding back. I would go up to Charles and offer to play a game of cards with him to kind of pass the time.
I'm not familiar with this game, but he sure can try it.
There's always a good time to learn.
Yeah.
So let's grab some mead and go over there, and then set up the table. We just play some cards.
Yeah.
Just wanted to while they're
Yes.
having their conversation. I wanted
Just-
something for
I
me
don't-
and Charles to do.
Yeah, I just need to look for one word in English because I don't know it.
Word in English.
Yeah, just make sure your sleeves are well up. There's no cards hidden in your inside.
Got it.
Oof, you ruined me, Charles. My honor.
I know how
All right.
people play cards usually.
Let's do this.
Yes. How do we play this game?
I would just set up like let's see. What game have we been playing every time I go and play games with cards?
I mean,
the
it's cards. So it could be poker, Texas Hold'em.
Okay.
It could be a
So I
variation
can just pick-
of.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just general card games. It's nothing specific.
Mhm.
I guess we'll play some poker. It's one of the two I know really well. All right. And so I would sit there and like while we're playing cards, I would do the Black House members have like some kind of badge?
Yes, he has something that looks like a mask.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Somewhere here.
Would I know that that's a Black House insignia? Thea?
It is the insignias, especially the lower ranking ones, are more or less known what they're attached to. You may not know specifically the rank, but you definitely could tell like, oh, he's a Black House member.
Okay.
She's
Awesome.
a Yellow House member. They're a Green House member, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, yeah. That's okay, that's all I needed now. So so Charles, I see you you've gone and joined the Black House.
Exactly. It's it wasn't the easiest decision, but let's say they may have some. Let's say it may be needed for me later to have some connections,
Yes.
and
it's
well,
great.
some of them were good. Yes.
It's great because I believe that our houses do have a cool connection. I believe we could definitely help each other out. And if your goal is to rise through the ranks, I'm more than happy to provide some assistance.
Yes. I don't know so much about the Red House. Of course, I was more interested in the black one, but yes, if there is something we can do, and that would be best. No need to us to be antagonized now because of our houses.
Great. I'm glad we're on the same page.
Yes. What would be good?
I'm totally missing this side chat over here.
Yes, me too. Pretty good. Okay, so Do we play for sport or for something?
Well, first, you don't know how to play cards, so I was just gonna teach you.
Mm,
But yeah, so I just wanted that small conversation about your house to go down.
yes. I can't find the handouts with bits. Ah, yes, it was in here. Red house. Oh, interesting. Just read the one from the red house.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
And the Black House, if I'm not mistaken, is the spies and assassins.
In general, we can say it's yeah. There is this. I would be more in the just Itapsei symbol spying section, intelligence one as they call it. But it's also like more for like trying to we will say maybe bend the rules or trying to do something maybe like pushing limits, whatever your section is. So we have also a lot of magicians who may do something that are not illegal but not approved by the general populace. From what I've heard, I didn't frequent any magician in the house yet. Yes, yeah. In general, this house likes to push limits. Mhm.
You know, I'm all for pushing those limits, but I did wish to ask. So, your house has access to information. I believe that most houses do not.
Mm-hmm. Yes, that will be part of the intelligence agencies.
Would they possibly know of the whereabouts of a wanted criminal? Maybe some more information than others would know.
It's likely that criminal may be part of the house, but but in any case, yes, providing you pay the right price for this information, of course.
And
But
around what price?
Yeah, I would suggest that maybe as a member of the Red House, you go more to the not directly to the Black House because there may be some let's say conflict of interest, but maybe see the Whispering Blacks. They are also like groups of intelligence agencies affiliated with the Black House, of course, but it's one of the guilds.
Well, okay then.
Maybe there will be less conflict of interest.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. So, and you? I know you joined the Red House, but what do you do inside of it?
Well,
Uh,
it spoke to me as a young boy. Whenever I decided I'd join the military, I always looked up to the Knights of the Red House for their honor and for their general way of handling things and getting things done. Me and my brother often talked about joining the Red House.
Yeah,
This is just my way to kind of honor his memory.
A most honorable job, I would say. Both hours are quite different, but quite needed in this world.
Oh, absolutely.
Unfortunately, yes.
And yes, I do respect what all is needed to keep this, I guess, this nation safe. You will need your sword as much as you need your cloak.
And I will use this one quite a lot.
Awesome. All right. Just for the fun of it, can we put a sleight of hand checks against each other to see how we do for the rest of the night?
Well, the card game
Sleight
is
of
not
hand?
sleight of hand. It is a D20 plus proficiency modifier proficient in the card game set plus your intelligence, or sorry, dexterity.
Just Dex.
Intelligence or
One,
dexterity, whichever one you used to use.
Charles may use sleight of hand to actually cheat in the game, but
If you want to cheat, then yes, you can make a sleight of hand check instead.
I will not cheat for the first game.
okay, D20 plus 3.
Yeah, you win.
Oh,
D20 plus 3. All right, well, Caius would win the first round.
Mm.
oh wow, you almost had me there.
Oh, I know you
Yeah,
went
you
easy
learn.
for the first round.
You learn quickly.
Mm-hmm. All right. Second round.
Oh yeah.
Charles wins. Y'all want to go for 3 so you can get the
That was
2 out of 3?
All right. Last one. I'm not going.
Hey, on.
Charles wins.
Nice.
I know you let me win. Let me win.
Dang. Well, now I have somebody to play cards with whenever we're not doing anything else.
Yeah. Perfect. Next time we play for money.
I like join in, but my hands
Everyone
are
else
too big
doing
for
on the boat ride. I
cards.
know you two are talking. Is there any other interactions happening on the boat ride? Because even though this is like a couple days back.
Like I
Fenix?
said, aside from the conversation with Fenix, Gwilric
Right.
is mainly staying with the bodies, doing just a general vigil, occasionally chants that mix what he was taught as a bone dreamer with what he's learned of the cultures of the smaller folk, just doing what he can to put the spirits of these that once inhabited these bodies at ease.
Alrighty.
I think Dusty would be unusually quiet and just keeps holding on to the weapons.
Yeah, Fenix to approach Dusty.
Hello, Fenix.
You doing okay?
I think so.
Your weapons, they've changed schools of magic.
Oh, really? Neat.
Divination. You know anything about that?
Not particularly. Not a divination guy. Although, I guess that might help.
What happened during that explosion?
Well, passengers got a lot more active, so now I got a little, yeah. I got a few, I can understand Jeff now.
Passengers?
Well, you didn't see that ghost lady, did you?
No, I can't say that I did.
Yeah, she's still
But I
here.
tried. Okay.
Yeah, so her and Jeff are both here.
And the murderous impulses?
They seem to cancel each other out, because she's a healer and he's a murderer. Although, that seems to be an enforceable balance.
So you're in control.
Yeah, but the weapons themselves change too. Dusty would take the dagger. DM, can I cut myself to demonstrate the damage type?
I mean,
Like, because I assume piercing and what it is would look very different, right?
kinda, sorta, yes.
And I feel like Fenix might be familiar with this being a druid. Or do we have, like, animal meat I could use or something?
So you can just tell her.
Yeah.
If you want to, or if you want to cut yourself, I'll describe it.
I think, like, because he knows we're in a safe place, he would demonstrate with a cut because he feels visual learning is better.
Okay.
Uh,
So where do you cut yourself at? I'm just curious.
Just on the arm, avoiding the veins, just to demonstrate. Like, on the top of the arm.
So when he cuts himself with a dagger, it looks like a person more normally cuts, but you can see the flesh is a little more immediately eroded, as if it was dealt with necrotic damage.
Dusty, and Fenix will just light a small fire and hold it under the wrist until it starts to catch, and then
I didn't cut my wrist. I cut like my forearm where it wouldn't be damaged.
Interesting. We'll just light a small fire and like hold his hand underneath to begin healing it.
No, wait. Let me show you. Then I'm gonna take the sickle and I'm gonna heal it.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So he would touch the sickle to the wound, and you would see it would not be perfectly healed because the sickle would have done, or the dagger would have done more damage, but you can see it does have a healing effect on the wound.
A weapon that heals.
And you said, I can't remember. Did you say in this conversation they were the same thing? And you said, like, divination-wise, like, you take this as one thing, right?
Yes, they seem united with their magical energies.
That's kind of interesting, because, like, how many weapons do you know that deal very harsh necrotic damage and have a healing effect?
Can't say I can name a second weapon other than the one you're holding, though some consider fire a weapon, and you can use that to heal as well.
Fire is more of a tool, isn't it?
Anything is really a tool. It depends on how you wield it, even a weapon.
Yeah, true. But yeah, no, these seem to be two sides of a big coin. One for destruction and one for creation. Or restoration, I guess.
A perfect balance.
Yeah, that's apparently my job now.
Apparently your job now.
Yeah, some big spirit yahoo kind of like said, "Hey, you have to be a force of balance now." Don't know what the hell they were talking about.
If you want, my mentor spoke a lot of the balance, though she wasn't exactly a traditional druid either. It is something I'm quite familiar with, something that I believe in, truly. But I've never been particularly good at the whole concept. But it's something I'd be interested in exploring with you.
Well, I guess we're gonna learn together, huh? But anyways, for now, I'll consider it. But right now, we gotta get back to Convergence and report about these dead adventurers.
Yes. Speaking of which, and I'm gonna kind of try to gather the party together. All right. We need to get our story straight before anything happens there. Just like side-eyes Dusty, like, before Dusty screws us over.
I mean, considering half the Blue House knows they got cursed, it's probably on record already. So we probably can't lie.
I doubt the guild is going to punish us for going to a facet for a personal venture of a grave nature, such as a curse.
So wait, we're going to be honest?
I don't see a reason not to be, at least in terms of that.
I agree with Gwilric.
Okay, honesty, that is...
Now, when it comes to the other details,
Details.
I don't know how you. Yeah, I don't know how you feel about the other details.
I say we had a lead on how to break a curse. We don't need to go into details. We were going for a personal venture. If they ask to elaborate, we can say that we could just say we prefer not to elaborate.
We were just told that the facet was dead. We didn't think there was people there.
No, exactly. The facet was
let's say
listed
it
as
was
dead. By
an
all means.
abandoned facet
Yeah.
without anyone on it, and we had to come here to save our friends from a deadly curse. That's all.
We need to go into the curse, honestly. The curse makes us seem irresponsible as hell.
That makes Dusty look irresponsible.
Yes, I say. My glance at Dusty is not so sidelong. And I just say, now, is there anything you'd like us to specifically not mention? Personally, I'm okay with saying what we encountered, but that's just me.
We came to the facet for our own personal reason, discovered some ghosts, and decided to help them out, and they turned out to be dead adventurers. So we brought back their crystals and corpses so that they can properly be buried.
We also discovered that they were successful in their mission to close a rift.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then
So
we'll return the narc as well.
So basically, we're gonna tell them pretty much everything there and not leave anything out.
Go into specifics exactly. We helped the ghosts. We weren't doing an adventuring quest. We weren't, breaking the rules.
I'm sorry, Fenix, but I'm really having trouble grasping what it is you want us to not divulge here. Because so far, everything you're presenting is
Just
in
the
line
curse.
with what happened.
That we
You
don't
are-
go into. I'm arguing that we don't go into specifics.
Yes, but I mean, just saying
That's
we
the thing,
came on
though.
an abandoned facet and try to look for some artifacts. It's not.
You say not go into specifics, but everything you've mentioned in terms of what we will present is at least moderately specific.
We don't need to tell them we were aware that they have been a previous expedition of adventurers and a rift in this facet.
Exactly.
We can just say we came for our reasons that relate only to our group,
Okay.
nothing else.
Okay, that's the kind of thing I was looking for there, Charles, is,
Yes.
that aspect that you don't want mentioned.
We may.
Personally, I don't care if we mention that part or not, but if you don't want it mentioned, I won't.
Probably best. We were on
As
probation
killing a
for.
bunch of spiders, though. Do we want to maybe not mention that we got into deadly combat, or are we not too worried that they will care?
I mean, I would think it's to our benefit to mention that we cleared the place out. I mean, we recovered the narc, and that facet was presumed dead, and clearly the mining there didn't dig very deep. I'm sure somebody's going to be very glad to know that facet can be tapped into again.
It was a training exercise. We didn't think there was anything super dangerous.
Just weather balloons.
Training exercise feels like it's a bit far. More of a... I guess you could say that we simply got into more than we expected.
But not more than we can chew, which is what we're on probation.
Exactly. Right, so we're basically telling the truth. I am surprised pleasantly, and also absolutely terrified that we're going to end up on a second probation. But you know what?
Yep.
We did the right thing.
Yeah, I mean, also, I'll just point this out. Our being bronze rank isn't entirely official because we hadn't seen enough facets for the guild to be content with that. Now we've seen another one. So perhaps that will be taken into consideration.
A dead facet, by all means, technically.
Yeah.
It's
That's
still
how it was
seeing
classified.
I don't I don't understand the ins and outs of this guild. I just know that they prefer their adventurers to have seen a variety of situations, it seems.
Well, that we certainly have thus far.
Certainly more than we expected.
No, adventuring is kind of... I don't want to say the word fun. It seems inappropriate, but... exciting?
I'm sure from a certain point of view, what we've happened across is rather funny.
Exciting. We'll go with exciting.
Interesting, maybe.
Well, I mean, I enjoyed the travel. I wanted to see as many places as possible.
Oh, yes.
Oh yes, the mines filled with spiders. What a great place.
I mean, most
Every
mines are
single
filled with
place-
spiders.
Every single facet is its own miniature ecosystem. It's fascinating to see how each one differs, and even the mines had a small little grove within it of plant life and whatnot. It's fascinating.
Oh, yes.
If nothing else, I'm content with the fact that we can bring some peace to the dead that were forgotten there.
I'm in agreement with that.
You know, since it was a fresh mine, do you think we should invest in mining there? Might be a good backup income.
No interest in
Do you-
business?
Do you know
Well,
how
it was a fresh
to get
mine.
into that kind of business?
I mean, we can find out. I mean, we have, like, Charles, aren't you a businessman, technically?
You can say it like this, yes. Or more that I have connection with some business people.
Charles is more like a businessman's chef. We'll say
I'm the manager. Or, you know,
He's- I mean-
investor.
He's more playing off the fact that everything is cooking terms in
Yes.
the underworld.
I don't fully understand how the businesses of the Convergence work, but I've heard it compared to certain practices that my people do in terms of divvying, and that is that the effort you put in affects how much you get out of it. So, and I've heard of these things called shares. Maybe we could ask to be granted some shares of the operation there.
I don't think we don't own the facet just because we helped kill some
No,
spiders.
I don't mean own it. Just have a long-term, continuous reward for allowing it to be reopened. If we want to go that route.
I
don't really care.
I think it's completely unreasonable and irrational.
Do you want the mine to open up and get some residuals?
No, I think it's unreasonable for us to expect some form of pay or share based on.
I don't expect.
I
it.
never
I'm
said
just
to
saying
expect. I said to invest. Like we should act to set it up.
And I was simply offering the option to ask for such. I don't
You may
expect
do what you
it
desire.
at all.
You may do what you desire, of course. I just don't think it's plausible.
Again,
First,
I
let's
don't
see
really
how
care
mad-
either way. I was just putting the idea forward.
First, we can see how mad they are at us for doing this, and then we can decide if we can dictate some terms.
That's a good call.
Caius is correct. See, I'm expecting the wrath of a god by the time we get back. So, I'm a little pessimistic.
We never took a mission, so technically we didn't break any rules.
With everything that's happened, I don't think wrath is the right term for what's happening.
You're right, it's worse. Disappointment.
More like mirth at our expense.
Let's just go talk to what was her name? Glinda, the old wizard lady dwarf. Fuck.
Oh, she's the scary one. I'd rather find Nathan.
Well, this is the one Nathan's scared of.
Fenix just
Exactly.
literally doing this, Nathan can't help us now.
Claypaw.
Nathan can't save you now.
Well, yeah, Clawpaw.
Mm.
I don't think we'll likely be going all the way up to Claypaw. I hope not, at least.
I mean, technically, do we have to report this at all? It wasn't a mission.
We can report it to
Well,
the.
we
Well,
are-
we have to the bodies.
Uh,
We're reporting the bodies
Then let's
The
just.
bodies, the pendants, and
and the rift
narc.
and the
They're
facet
gonna
being
ask
open.
questions.
Okay. Then let's go
Mhm.
talk.
I mean,
I
unless
still-
the information for the, unless that information that the facet is open is worth something to somebody specifically, then we should just, you know.
I think
Tell
it's
them.
worth.
Do you guys want to keep the facet a secret? Because if we give them the pendants, they're gonna know where we found them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they're gonna want to know that the narc was apparently successful in what it was deployed for. That's
Hey.
a big
Mhm.
job of the guild.
I also think that the resources of this facet are worth a slap on the wrist.
I seriously don't understand why there's so much reservations about reporting what we did. It's
No.
it's not like we did. What we did is a net gain for the convergence,
Mhm.
and
Look, we-
net is a.
Yeah. Look, we can
It's not
stand here
like
and
it's a
argue.
generous term to say net.
We can stand here and argue all day, but we all agreed to go there. So let's go there and see what happens.
I mean, we're
Yeah.
on the ship right now, so we
Oh.
can stand here and argue all day.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, unless
We have
you'd
few
like,
days for it.
unless Dusty, you'd like to take a walk off of the ship and see if you can make it there before us. I am fine if you want to attempt that.
Only if you make it a race with you.
Sure. I choose this ship as my vehicle. You're on.
I will turn this airship around.
Why would you turn it around, Fenix? We're going home.
You're not turning around my ship.
It's like. It's.
I will
Okay.
turn this ship around and haul both your asses on a rope from the bottom.
You're gonna keel haul us? God damn.
I don't want to go through that again.
Getting keel hauled over an endless void. Ugh.
Yeah, it was sucked the last time.
What?
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 So
You
we,
were keel hauled before?
well, I was dangled over by a rope before.
Do I want to know?
Someone stole my books. I tried to get them back. It didn't work.
Please go into detail. I would love to just imagine every part of it.
Fenix gives Gwilric like a.
What is your problem, man?
Mhm.
I have many.
I know, but you're supposed to counsel people on the dead. You don't seem cut out for this job if you can't handle not barbing me every 5 seconds.
My functions are related to the dead. There's not a whole lot that has to do with the living.
You still have to be kind to the dead, Dick.
You know what? I play about a card game. Let's do that. Fenix is gonna say.
Let's just get back to Convergence.
All right, let's go.
Caius is like,
How am I supposed to hold these tiny things?
We gotta get Gwilric sized cards now.
it's gonna be like my dad when we play cards. He's like,
Holds him way out here. He's got
We're,
Justin's
we're gonna
glasses.
need some of those testing cards, like what is this image?
Alrighty. Well, you guys had a very wonderful travel back to the Convergence time. Where, you guys had some talks and played some card games
Mhm.
and came up with a plan of just to tell the truth.
Fenix uses to cheat.
You all come back to the Convergence. Ship docks. I'm assuming you all get off board, take your bodies with you. What do you do now?
To the
To the Adventurers Guild.
To the Adventurers Guild. I'm assuming you're going to the same place you went last time to
Turn
report.
bodies.
Yeah, bodies and the badges, the gemstone. So you would all arrive there. Surprisingly, surprisingly is not the word I should use. Unexpectedly, there's some other people there turning in some necklaces of their own. Too, in fact, they get their reward for turning in the lost things, and they leave. It's a party of 6, all traveling out together. Very odd group, even compared to you guys. It's very odd. Like there's 2 tieflings. There's a dude who's just as big as Gwilric, who had been like a half giant maybe or something like that. And there's a deep gnome riding on the half giant shoulder. It's an odd group. And they all leave. They all give you like a solace nod of like understanding, like while you're all there.
I give a nod in particular to the big guy.
And the receptionist sees you all, especially carrying the 4 bodies, and they're like, "Oh dear, hold on, we'll be right back. Let me go get the stretchers." And they would like go through like a side door, and immediately like some other people come out with carts for bodies to be put on and things like that.
Gurneys.
Question: would you guys have taken the bodies out of the cocoons?
Yes.
No, because they make them a lot easier to carry.
And a lot easier to explain, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, you would have opened them up because that's how you got the bag of holding and everything like that. You were told.
Open them up, but kept them in those.
Okay, cool. So they would see like the spider cocoons. They're like, oh, okay. She looks at the group, and this is like an older an older human person, probably like 50s maybe. Definitely retired from venturing days, but still helping out. She's like, one of you, who wants to explain what happened here?
Okay, so long story short, we went to a dead facet at a personal journey. We found a narc, and we found these benters and their crystals. We also cleared away some monsters. Apparently there was a rift there. The narc did work, but all these adventurers did die in the rift closing effort.
Okay, she says. And she goes to her little station where she scans each of the things. She's like, oh, yes. It was about a year ago when they went on that mission. But you said they completed it, right? The portal was closed?
The rift was closed, yes.
She would nod. Okay, we will update that. They were
a rift, and we found the narc.
They were labeled as a failed mission, but since you changed that, that's going to change a lot of things for them and their families, which is good. Yes. Well, I will take care of everything paperwork-wise. Just wait here about 20 minutes, and we can come back and you'll get your reward here in a minute for turning the bodies in.
Yes, thank you.
Also, just leave the narc on the desk right there. Someone come by to grab it here in a moment.
Of course.
It is funk. Like, this is a very, like, out of all you, probably only Caius and Gwilric could carry this thing without strain. Anyone with less than a 12 strength cannot carry this.
I feel like Gwilric would be the one to haul it, but Caius would be the one with the best arm strength for actually putting it on the desk.
Mm-hmm.
What do we do with our emotions? We hide them in our muscles, and how by getting more muscles.
Before she comes out, actually, a halfling would come out. And he would like walk under, like the desk has like the I forget what's that kind of door that's called, like the trap door thing.
Oh,
he just
I know what you're talking about.
He just walks under it. And he's like, looks at the desk. He's like, "You guys, the one who brought in the lost narc?"
Are you talking about like saloon doors and westerns?
No, saloon doors are like this way. I'm talking about like the up down one.
Yeah,
you know,
the,
like
doors.
Okay.
Yeah.
I vaguely think I know that.
He nods and literally in one jump hops up onto the counter. He looks at it and he's like looking over it. He pushes some buttons. It kind of makes some weird hums and, clicks and such. He nods. He's like, "It still works. I'll be damned." Cool. well, thank you for returning this thing. And he pulls out from his pocket this little glass orb, taps it against the narc into the orb, puts the orb in his pocket, thank you, and just leaves.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Magics.
And he leaves, and like another 10 minutes later, the old receptionist lady will come out with a pouch. She's like, all right, here you go. It is, well, it was 40 gold per person, but since you brought the bodies back, there's a 10 gold bonus for these. So here you go.
Thank you.
So it's 50 gold, so it's 200 gold total.
200 divided by 6 coming up.
So. Yes. All right. You guys are free to do as you wish now.
Wow,
So
that was pretty quick and painless.
Wait, how much is that?
33 each.
33.
And
Not
how
yeah,
about
not
putting the
wrong.
remainder coin into the party fund?
That's what I've been doing.
Awesome.
Anytime there's a decimal, I just put the remainders in the party loot.
Excellent.
Nice.
Well,
Is how much longer, DM, do we have?
Oh, you're
on
off.
Our
You're done.
the probation's over.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the probation
Oh.
ended before we left, actually.
No, you had 3 days left on probation before you left, and it was a 3 days there and
Perfect.
3 days back.
Oh,
So
okay,
you're technically
good.
3 days past your probation period.
Well,
Shall
now
we
can
check
take
the
mission.
quest board?
Yeah.
I'm not against it.
I got something to do first. You guys tell me what's going on with the quest later.
All right, Dusty, are you going to be okay?
I'll be fine. And I'm gonna leave there.
I think I know where you're going. So we'll take care of you. Actually, I'll let you guys look at the board and like see what quest, and then you guys can talk about it after I take care of Dusty here. Dusty, I'm assuming you're heading to Temple Row, correct?
Correct.
Yep, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
All right. Temple Row is a place. Would Dusty have ever been to Temple Row? I'm curious.
I think he may have been there for research purposes. If someone's related to a god, like he finds like he like asks priests for stuff, but he's never been there for like going for religion.
The
Alrighty.
Goblin Attackers, is that mission still up?
The which one?
Iron
Goblin
Goblin.
attack.
That is me being a dummy.
Okay, I just wanted to double check.
Nope. That is me being dummy. No, they're all back. You didn't get them all. Joke's on you guys. Chris, Dusty, Temple Row is, as is, the description I give it doesn't do it justice. This is the one place, the convergence, where every god has a shrine, a temple, something along the lines where they can have a place of worship, and it is sanctioned by the convergence where opposing religions and faiths are not allowed to cause problems here no matter what.
Okay.
you're-
What was the ghost lady's name again? I'm just trying to remember from my notes.
Ooh, darn. That sucks, doesn't it?
Please. Niven? I think it was Niven. Sure. I have the other one written down. I just forgot to write her name down. Oh well. I'm gonna go to the Shantae Temple.
Yep. You go, so Shantae would have an actual temple.
Yep. Are there any like priests or anything around?
There are dozens of priests, priestess, paladins, druids. This is a very busy place. A lot of farmers, a fuck ton of farmers are here. Or those of that nature are here.
Is there a lot of farmland in the Convergence?
The Convergence itself does not have farmland. They have all their farmland on facets.
Gotcha. Okay, so is there like a head priest looking guy?
There are a couple.
Can I go to one that looks like he knows, knows the place?
There's one in particular that has, I guess, what Dusty could assume, and he would be able to like correctly or he would assume he would correctly be able to judge that this man seems to be a head priest of some sort, given his vestments and his hat, maybe a bishop of some kind even. And so you would go to him, I'm assuming?
Yeah. Hello,
Okay.
sir.
And he would turn around, and it would be a half orc looking figure, and he would look down at you. He's like, yes, how can I help you?
Hi, do you know a Rimu?
Do I know a Remu? Maybe. Why are you asking?
I need to inform her of a loss.
Family?
Yes, her sister.
He nods. All right. And he would like scan the crowd, and he would point to someone and gesture for them to come over there. And coming over would be a shorter, younger male, probably human, may just be a halfling adult. You can't really tell. They're both would be, it seems like either a human child or a halfling. He would look down at the figure, and he'd be like, Bobby, take this young man to meeting room 3 for me, please. And he would nod, give a thumbs up, and he'd be like, all right, mister, come on, let's go.
Okay, I follow Bobby.
Yep. Bobby would take you to a side area where there seems to be, from the outside in the hallway, it just looks like doors, you can't really tell, but going in, they seem to be smaller rooms. They have a couch, some potted plants, things like that. It seems very cozy, very pleasing to be in this room.
It's like,
Um,
while I'm waiting, I'm gonna ask her ghost, am I pronouncing your guys' names right?
how do you pronounce the names?
Rimu for her sister, because that's how I think I spelled it when you said it. Rimmu.
You would just get a feeling of yes.
Okay.
It would be about 10-20 minutes later before the door would open, and you would see someone who looks familiar to you, simply because you just saw a similar sun elf but a few days ago, but in spiritual form. Seeing what you assume to be her sister in physical form, it's safe to assume they're siblings.
Okay. I'm gonna say in my head, do you want to take this over, or do you want me to tell her? Like, I'm gonna ask the ghost wants to use my mouth to talk.
You would get a general sense of weakness and inability to, even though they would like to.
Hello, Rimu, was it?
Yes, but who are you? I was told someone wanted to talk to me about something delicate.
You see, you know your sister? I believe her name is Nivian?
My sister? She alive? Where is she?
Oh boy.
She like rushes to you and like grabs your hands. Tell me, is she okay?
No, she's not.
And you see her face just drop, and she's like, she is actually dead, isn't she?
Yes.
And she would just sit down on the couch, just like silent and just dead. All the hope in her voice and face gone.
I don't know if it'll bring you any comfort, but she did die, and she did succeed at what she was doing.
She would just sit there silent, just looking at the floor. You can see her eyes starting to water, her mouth quivering ever so slightly.
Last time Dusty hugged someone, he got stabbed, so he's hesitant. It's like, I'm just going to sit there with her. I put like a hand on her back.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to wait. Just be there. And see if maybe the strong emotions will trigger the ghost to help me out here. Because I don't know how to deal with this.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. 13.
So you put your hand on her back, and you can feel her kind of flinch a little bit at your touch. And she just shakes her head, and she's just like, who are you? Why are you here telling me this? Where's the others in her party
They're
that she was with?
they didn't make it either.
But who are you? Like, why are you some representative from the guild or something?
No,
Why the fuck are you here telling me this?
my name's Dusty, and I found her. And I have a bit of an ability to talk to spirits. Sometimes. She wanted. It's like I take out her sickle to show her like I'm not lying.
Yeah, seeing the sickle, she like a piece of her just is like in shock at seeing it, but like also there's a little bit of her that you can tell just kind of also dies, as if this was like physical proof that she's dead almost.
Yeah.
And she like tentatively like wants to reach out and touch it, but she like holds herself back. She's like, that's that thing. She said it was a gift from our goddess, praising it up and down these halls for years. Why do you have it? Why is it not with her?
She passed it on to me, along with the responsibility to pass you on a message.
She would look up at you, and like she actually looks at you. Actually, like you can tell she's this entire time she's been acknowledging you, but she's now looking at you, and she's like, I don't know you. Why would she give this to you? You're just somebody. I don't think I've ever seen you here before.
That's fair. I think the problem is she didn't have much choice. Beggars can't be choosers and all that, and it was between me and a very grumpy elephant man, and I think she didn't like him.
She's like, oh, hold on. What do you mean didn't have a choice? Choice in what?
Where to go? She was stuck.
She was stuck there. Where? And I don't even know where she went. She just disappeared a year ago.
Facet TT77 to seal a rift.
She looks at you. I don't underspeak adventure things. I am a priestess here at this place. I've left the Convergence maybe twice my entire life.
Do you know about the rifts?
Yes, I know about rifts. Who doesn't know about the rifts? Okay, now you're talking to me like I'm a child. Talk to me as if my sister's dead, and you're telling me in the worst way possible.
Okay, your sister's dead. I thought you'd appreciate the message.
She's like, you're an idiot. Oh my gosh.
It's like, is she still crying during this, or is this like do I get the sense this is like emotional, like she's going crazy, or am I really being a dick?
You're really being a dick.
I did this very delicately. I don't know how I could have done this better.
And she would just roll her. She just shakes her head. She's like, "Fine. What was this message she has for me?"
That she's dead. I came to tell you that she wanted you to know.
Okay. Well.
She went from like tears to severe anger of dry, sassy anger that quick.
And she would stand up and she's like, alrighty then. Thank you for telling me this, whoever you are. Bye. And she would
my name's Dusty.
walk out. Doesn't care, she walks out.
I don't know how the hell I was being a dick there.
Really?
No, honestly, me as a player is very confused. Oh well. Well, I told her. It's like, sorry if I couldn't do better, I say to Nivian.
You get a feeling of someone face-palming, maybe even somebody's face-palming.
I am seriously lost here. I told her
on his shoulder are face palming.
Sure, you don't know how it went.
Yeah. There's some you could have done that way better there, Chris, dude.
I have no freaking idea.
You were very abrasive and blunt about it.
Oh no, that was intentional. I thought blunt would be I thought blunt would be the best way to do it.
No, you were very you had no emotion about it. You were just like, yeah, she's dead. Sucks to be you, basically.
Can I have a dagger, please?
Okay,
Yeah,
that was.
And then you were like, and then I took her sights. She had no choice.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
You've never talked to a person in grief before, have you?
No, that's how people talk to me when my uncle died.
Mm.
Wow, you spend your time around some shit people.
Because that's how I was informed. Like he's dead. Like that's what a cop said to me.
Oh yeah, cop. That's
Well, Dusty's not a cop.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you've seen TV shows. Come on, man.
That's how they do it in TV half the time. I guess maybe
Alrighty.
I was trying to be soft with my voice. I guess that didn't come through as much as I expected.
The beginning was good.
Yeah.
You kind of flopped it halfway through.
Okay.
Oh
well, that fits with Dusty not being good at social stuff.
Does the ghost of the dead lady who had the sickle smack Dusty on the head?
she is unable to. So
I asked
it's
if she
unknown
wanted to help.
would or would not.
Hey, I tried to pass this off to the ghost lady. Don't tell me. I did the job. Dusty's going back to the Adventurers Guild to see what job we got.
Well, what has the party talked about? What are you guys discussing with the mission board?
I think we were debating between two missions, mainly.
Yeah, we're
Like Caius interested in ore delivery, and we were wanting to get more information about the stolen goods.
Yes.
namely which store we'd be getting credit for, because that is a very specific reward.
Yeah. As one of my people I know behind stealing these goods, because otherwise,
Well, it would be a pawn shop, is what you're told.
Oh.
On
the Convergence.
This site? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm interested in helping with the stolen goods. If it sounds like potentially what was stolen seems kind of dangerous.
It's a pawn shop, so.
I don't know much about this place, but from what I've seen, pawn shops, they at least carry a variety of things.
Yeah, it could be anything.
And the credit is a fair amount, although I need to double check. Was that credit for each of us?
Yes, it's each.
Per person?
Per person.
Mm-hmm. Per person, yes.
That's a substantial amount compared to the other rewards for bronze ranks.
Yeah, but it's bronze rank, depending on what ore it is, it can be interesting.
You also remember it's in-store credit as well.
Interested if I am in an ore. I don't know. I have a feeling about the stolen goods.
I would only push towards the ore delivery to see my home facet, but I'm okay with either.
Charles and Fenix, you two seem to understand the culture of the Convergence. If you think that the stolen goods thing could have more importance than simply the rewards, then I'll go along with you on that.
It could be really some items of importance, like these statuettes of gods we found in the Goblin Temple. You could sell it to a pawn shop. It could be worth some money. It could also be perhaps some low magical items, not something very powerful, but definitely something that will be worth some good money.
But also, so the kind of things you're describing could also be potentially dangerous, and the description alludes to as much.
Yes. And Charles will not say, but he thinks, okay, if someone I know stole these items, it's better if I don't get in his way, So he may not be inclined to push for this mission. Because, may not want to hurt a potential ally.
Based on what I'm hearing, I think my inclination is now leaning towards the stolen goods.
I agree.
insight check on Charles because that was a long.
Yes, we can. Depending on who stole it, it can be useful. I was thinking, how can he come with this? But yeah.
Yeah, Charles's voice does not seem to have as much confidence as normal, hence the insight check.
Yeah, Charles is sus. That's all you will. But in a weird way, he may want to actually investigate it and say, okay, is this a potential rival group, or
Okay,
just
so
a
I can-
lone wolf doing stuff.
So with the insight check I rolled, I can tell that Charles has reservations but also interest. So there may be an ulterior motive here, but
Mm.
all right, I'll just say, Charles, I don't know what's going on with you, but it's from what I can tell, this seems like something you would want to know more about. After all, if you know what's going on, you can better decide what course of action to take.
Yes.
And there's
But
this.
it's just that we don't know a lot about this mission, Like, yeah, it's in this facet, but we don't know, like, what kind of. Yeah, it's just pawn shop. We don't know what kind of item it is. We don't know if it can be something dangerous that would lead us to.
Let me put it
Like,
this way, Charles.
potentially, yes.
There's a saying among the elders of my people that roughly translates to, it's better to regret what you've done than what you haven't done.
Hmm. I can see this.
Shit.
But I mean, if we choose one mission over the other one, it's
I mean, the ore delivery just seems like a standard thing. This could have greater ramifications, and, that's par for the course with us.
Yes.
Agreed. What do you think, Caius?
I would argue that we were told that we need to see more facets, and ore delivery, I believe, takes us not only to one facet, but is that all on Isatrix DM?
Mm-hmm. No, it's on two different sets.
Oh, that's what I thought. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So
Dark Ore and
two...
Isatrix are two different.
That's what I thought.
Yep.
So we could see two different facets in one, but I do like the sound of getting the convergence one done, the stolen goods, while we're here, and then going out for the delivery.
Sounds good.
Yeah, there's no point rushing and trying to see as many facets as possible.
Yeah.
And it's likely this mission will stay. I don't think this one in the convergence will take a long time to resolve.
Like I said, the ore delivery one sounds fairly standard, even if it's taken before and finished before we complete ours. Complete the stolen goods one. There's bound to be something else like that in the near future.
Agreed. This is a more unique opportunity. All we need is Dusty to confirm that he would like to take this mission as well.
Hey, look, here's Dusty walking into the place right now.
Okay, what we taking?
We're looking at taking the stolen goods one, and I'll point out the one that we're considering.
Okay.
Yeah, and there is also the ore delivery that we're interested in. Big wink.
That seems a bit mundane for you, Charles, don't you think?
I will say I do have business to tend to in both of those facets.
I got bitten badly by a spider and spent a few hours paralyzed. I will be glad to have a mundane mission that doesn't involve fighting hordes of dreadful creatures.
Oh, I would think that an intriguing mission such as the stolen goods one would be more of your element, something more comfortable for you.
A bit more espionage.
Yeah, but now my My arm still hurts from this spider, so...
Also,
Finally
Charles,
catching
are
on.
you the one we're looking for
aren't
in the
you a
stolen
member of
goods
the
mission?
Black House? Aren't you a
So-
member of the Black House? Shouldn't you be interested in taking care of matters such as these?
Alright, if it's... How do we know if it's... what do we do if it's someone I know who's behind this?
Charles, are
really
you behind
don't-
it?
I suppose that'll depend on the context.
Finally catching on to what Charles has been trying to say this whole time, I'll be like, oh yeah.
He
well,
kind of snapped just there, so yeah.
Yes, I just did, said it.
Finally, I'll be like, I kind of agree with Charles here. I would like a standard mission as well, and then like I'd like nudge him.
National treasure.
That being said, the Black House or Whispering Guild could actually be useful to, maybe get some insights into
And
this
there's a
shop
fair
or
chance.
tracking down whoever's behind it.
There's a fair chance that somebody among the Bronze Palace might have a lead on who took those goods. There are a lot of people in the palace who have their feet on the ground, so to speak.
I grow plants. I'm talking about your houses and stuff, and internally I'm just like, I grow plants.
Oh, that was internal.
Internal, yes.
Well,
All right.
so we're going after
So-
the stolen goods. Okay, so did you steal the goods or something, Charles?
No. he
Not
already-
these ones.
Okay, then we're
Yes, he absolutely stole the goods while we were on an airship going between two facets over the course of most of a week, and he did it in such fashion
Okay, your
that
sarcasm
there
is
just
not a-
happens to be a posting here.
Your sarcasm is appreciated. He could have done it before, A. B. Not everything goes for sarcasm, Gwilric. Learn to shut up.
I'm sorry, you're telling me to learn to shut up?
Yes, because I seem to be the only capable of learning. Ugh. Now, are we going on the stolen goods mission?
Yes. Yes, I think we are.
Okay. Then let's just get going.
Gonna have a conversation with Dusty next.
Hi there, Kettle. Name's Pot. Have we met?
Yeah.
Fenix is just sitting there like, I'm trying so hard to keep this party together. All right, stolen goods. Are we good to take the mission?
I
Specifically
think
looking.
we do, yes.
I think
Oh.
as good as we will be.
He will be. He will have no choice but to follow the group. But yeah, he may be intrigued by it and decide, okay, maybe worth investigating.
I'll grab the mission posting and bring it towards the counter.
All right, you bring it on up there, and they do take it from you, and they approve you for the mission.
Excellent, thank you.
Be right back. Why do you guys have a chair?
What?
The third person? Okay.
I think it's
Oh,
not
there should be
coming off,
one in the
off
garage.
screen.
Okay.
Dusty, you're not muted.
I know. Sorry about that.
Cool. So you have accepted the mission. They tell you where the pawn shop is on the convergence. Yeah, they do that for you.
You know, this reminds me, we really should pawn those crystals at some point.
Yes, I can. Next time we have some downtime, I can bring it to some contacts if you want.
Sounds good. Perchance, maybe you can get me another one of those kitchen kits.
Oh yes,
Like,
we got. I mean, I think they know you now, so I think you can go there and get one yourself.
I'd really rather not.
You would know they wouldn't. She's not an official. Or sorry,
Even with a
Fenix is not an official member.
for Phoenix.
Phoenix is not an
Okay.
official member, so no.
I can bring you with me next time.
I like that kitchen kit. It makes me happy. All right. So then, let's head to the pawn shop and see what information we can gather.
Mm-hmm.
And we will make our way there.
I hope we'll
Alrighty.
fit in there.
The odd group of you five head on across the Convergence, heading to.
Oh, Chris died again.
Yep.
Scales pawn shop.
You kind of cut out for a few seconds there.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
It's called Scales pawn shop.
Scales. Is that spelled in a special way, or is
Nope,
it just spelled-
SCALES, like a scale. Scales.
So the proprietor is either a lizard folk or a dragonborn, or is it a reference to a lizard folk or dragonborn or something?
Hmm.
I don't know.
What's pawn shop?
Or-
Would be like, you know,
I heard of snake people
scales.
Or a kobold, or
too. Mm.
I mean, Triton have scales.
A Triton? What's a Triton?
Fish people.
Mostly live in underwater areas.
Mm.
There are facets with deep enough water for people to live in them.
Oh yeah.
There's
That's
facets for everything.
There's so much I haven't seen.
Fenix is going to enter the store.
Yeah. So from the
Mhm.
outside, the store looks like very casual. You would see for the shop symbol, it's a set of scales. On one side seems to be a stack of coins, and the other seems to be in a random assortment of items in a pile.
Scales like a weigh scale.
Okay, so the boring kind of scale. Gotcha.
You would open the door and a bell would ding 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 as you go in. And it looks like an old, dusty, just full of junk pawn shop. It has some other cool, like there's some things in here that do look interesting and cool. But at the same time, it's empty of people. And you hear a voice echo from the back. It's closed. Don't come in.
We're from the Adventurers Guild. We came to help.
Oh, all right. Hold on 1 second. And standing up from behind one of the shelves is a tabaxi. So he has fur that seems to mimic just very general grays in color. Nothing significant about him. He looks at you all and he gives you a very nice feline smile. He's like, welcome. Yes. I was robbed. How are you going to help me?
Well, first thing we need to do is get as much information as we can. When did the robbery occur?
It was, see here, it was 3 days ago now? Yes, 3 days ago now. I came into my store one morning, saw the lock was broken. I walked in, did some inventory, noticed some items were missing.
What items were missing?
Yeah, see, pulls out a little list. You see here, there was chalk, just some random bags, gunpowder, sulfur, rope. Here, hold on. He just like hands you the list, and I'm about to copy and paste it right now.
You said the lock was broken. Do you mean like picked or actually broken?
Mm.
He shrugs like, I don't know the difference.
Well, I'm talking about whether it was picked or broken, smashed.
Oh no, it wasn't like smashed. I mean, it's like in the door. I went to unlock it, and I realized it was already unlocked. So he shrugs.
All right.
I haven't been able to get it replaced yet. That thing is expensive.
Okay, and these items, you said you're concerned about the items that were taken, that they might be, of
Powder, you can make explosives or something like that.
course.
Mhm.
No.
And
Good thing I
You
keep
have-
the gold in the safe. Otherwise, I would have been. I'll be fucked.
then
be wise to keep explosive powder in the safe as well.
Well, I mean, he said it's a pawn shop.
Oh,
You know,
or
I
at
keep
least
them in vials. Like I keep it in the legal dosage that the convergent says we sell them by.
all right. Do you have any idea of someone that might have wanted to rob you, or if there's anyone that has been suspicious in the days leading up to the robbery?
I mean, I get suspicious coming here all the time. I'm a pawn shop. You know, some items I'm like 50-50 if they've been stolen or not. But if I can't prove it, I give them money for it. I either buy it off of them or I pawn it from them.
Were these items, when you had them on display, were they grouped together or in different spots in the shop?
I think the sulfur and the gunpowder are over there on the alchemy area shelves along with the glassware, but everything else has its own spot. I keep it things somewhat organized here. All right, I'm not like most spawn shops. All right, I actually have a system in place here.
I wasn't asking, any sort of critique. That was not my intention. I mean, just it sounds like whoever stole these things was after specific items.
Yeah, it's not just grabbing the first things in.
Was anything unique taken? Any item that is like particularly one of a kind?
He's like one of a kind. I mean, I only have a few of everything, so you know.
Yeah, these glasswares, do they represent anything specific?
Well, I mean, a couple of beakers. I think maybe an alembic or something like that. I don't know what everything is.
This wood to heat up.
The what?
I was thinking if you said it's possible, this kind, maybe like something to make potions, because wood could be used to heat it up.
Well, I mean, I don't know why he would use that wood that he specifically stole.
Oh, what's so special about this wood?
Well, I mean, it's already burnt wood. Well,
you mean coal?
No, it's not coal. It's how do I say it? Hey, he's like snapping his fingers. What did the adventurer call it? Hellwood. That's what it's called. It doesn't burn.
Oh, of course.
So,
what do we know about it?
So the items here that were stolen seem to be alchemical ingredients and tools, as well as clothes. Were the clothes that were stolen fancy?
He shrugs. He's like, depends on your kind of term of fancy.
Does it look like this guy? I point to Charles.
No, not that fancy.
Okay, does it look fancier than this guy? And I point to Fenix.
Yeah, it kind of waggles a hand, more or less.
Okay, well, now we got a price range at least.
And considering that among the items stolen was also an ingot of silver and makeup,
yes.
I think there's a fair... It sounds to me like somebody might be planning to disguise themselves and use whatever they concoct from the alchemy. Or at least they might have...
Yes.
Or at least it's a hell of a coincidence,
Yes, but... you may use the paint to, in glassware to prepare some color.
How is this hellwood?
Yes.
What was the question?
How common is this hellwood?
I've never seen it before. I thought the guy was lying to me. Until he tried to light it on fire, and it did light on fire.
Yeah. Would Charles know anything about this hellwood?
No, you wouldn't.
Would
okay.
Fenix have?
Give me a history check.
Can I argue nature?
Yes.
I'll guide you.
All right, he said guide before it rolled, so.
Hey, that makes it a lot.
You have not heard of Hellwood before.
Damn.
And your best guess is just what you were just told. What that doesn't burn.
Well, that might be a potential item I can try to locate.
I mean, we're trying to or do you mean by magical means?
Magical means I can locate specific items if they're described to me.
The tabaxi waves hands like, feel free to do whatever you need to do. I'm gonna go send some letters about the robbery and things, and that you guys are here and stuff. He's gonna
And just remind me, DM, how long ago did he say this happened?
about 3 days ago. He's
Can I look around the shop to see if there's any evidence of skullduggery?
he said you're allowed to investigate as much as you want.
Okay,
So-
can I roll an
can I-
investigation check?
What are you looking for specifically?
I'm looking for like any signs like claw marks or footprints or like shreds of clothing, stuff that would give us a hint or like a color. You know what I mean? Like stuff that would get ripped off your clothes during a breakout. Or claw marks if there's a race that has claws.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
Charles will do the same.
Yeah,
And I would like to. It's a long shot, given it's been a few days, but I would like to use my trunk, sniff around the areas where things were stolen from to see if I pick up scents that don't belong in this place.
Okay.
Charles, what's your investigation score?
5.
Okay, then I'm going to give you advantage, and let you roll for it.
Caius and Fenix, what are you two doing?
I'm wondering if I can make some kind of either survival or perception check to try to like discover if I can find out how many might have broken in, if it's more than one person, based on like how they broke in, if there's like
Okay.
evidence, footprints. I don't know if
That
they
would be survival. And then Caius, what are you doing?
I'll help Fenix with her survival check, or with his
Okay.
survival check.
Yeah.
next character.
Alright.
I'm just gonna find a woman to make everything easier.
Sorry.
No, I'm just teasing y'all.
Let's do. All right, everyone make your rolls. So Charles, you have advantage, and then Phoenix has advantage.
Very
I also
useful
have
advantage.
advantage because I'm using my sniffer.
Yeah, and so you give me a perception check
Or
on
a
that.
14.
Okay. Charles, you're looking at for identifying markers of someone who came in here.
Mm-hmm.
With a 14 between you and Dusty, it's hard to tell to get anything, honestly. The floor is made of stone, but you don't see any markings on the ground that you could specifically know for sure it's from like claw marks or something along those from feet. The floors are scuffed, but you're pretty sure that's just from items being moved across the floor, or it's old enough to where it wasn't within the past 3 days. For the survival check, Fenix, one thing you are able to determine is whatever happened in here, you're pretty sure that, how do I say this? Because you were looking for figure out how many people were in here, right?
Yeah, trying to find out how many and like anything I can particularly like find like footprint size based on like the different areas from where he pointed out that different things were stolen from.
Again, stone floors can't really do much with footprints, but your guess with the number of items stolen, that's not a lot of stuff, and they did take only a couple of bags. So either it was no more than 3 who just wanted to take bags to put things in and hide, or it's one person trying to carry everything by themselves, or 2 people splitting it somehow. So you don't see why you would need to take bags when you could have just brought bags if it's more than 3 people. You know what I mean?
No, I don't.
What I'm saying is you're pretty sure is less than 3 people were part of this, based off of, and that's assuming this is like a sane people, not because like at the same time, if it was a gaggle of people, either they would have been seen or more than multiple items would have been taken of the same kind, things like that. And then Gwilric, your sniffer test fails. So
Everything
it's
smells
it's a pawn shop. It smells funky. There's funk everywhere.
Can I potentially make any kind of check to determine what could be made alchemically with those different things?
You can, yes. Give me an alchemist check. So just proficiency d20 plus proficiency plus wisdom.
Okay, so my wisdom is +3, plus proficiency is +5, so a d20 plus 5. Hey, 23.
Alrighty. With the various items in different combinations, a couple things come to mind. One, with the ingot, the sulfur, and maybe some other things that that are pretty common to get, just random like bits of herbs and just like water or something like that. Holy water could be made with silver and some water. With sulfur and gunpowder, you could make a handmade explosive like a bomb or something like that. With the hellwood, there's not really anything low tier alchemy wise that you could think of. You could think of some like specific types of alchemy, maybe like a fire resistance potion or something like that. Could be used for. So there is that. There's like not a lot that can be made with this stuff, but anything that could be made, only the bomb would be the most nefarious of it all. Sulfur doesn't really make someone sick in small doses. It needs to be a large dose, and at that point you could taste or smell it, so you don't think it's a poison. Same thing with silver. Why take an entire ingot of silver if you're just going to use a few shavings to give someone metal poisoning? So there's that. So alchemically, it's looking either a bomb or that's not what this stuff was taken for.
Okay.
Does Fenix mention these possibilities to us?
Yeah, Fenix will kind of like muttering to himself more than anything, just be like, no, bomb, no, maybe, holy water, yes,
Holy water.
silver poisoning, unlikely, like just keeps going through, like he's just kind of like muttering.
I mean, how many would make holy water outside of a temple?
What? Oh, I mean, anyone in a temple has access to holy water. It's not difficult to make.
Yeah, but you may sell them the ingredients to make it.
Yes, but I don't see what purpose any holy person would have for the rest of these items. I'm going to thing, and I'm not sure it will work, but I want to try to locate that hellwood. I'm gonna get the storekeeper to describe it to me as clearly as possible.
Yeah, he like it was like a chunk of wood about yay big around, red with like black veins running through it. Woody. It wasn't heavy. Weighed as much as any other log would. A little warm to the touch. It was kind of weird, but I don't judge. It's money. Maybe if I could sell it or get it back actually, and then sell it.
All right, it's not something that I'm particularly familiar with, so if there's other hellwood on this convergence, it's possible I might just find my way to it.
You would also know, if it's behind things or, not even on the convergence at all, even you wouldn't be able to find it.
Yeah, only lead can stop locate object.
Oh, really? Not like stone or anything like that?
Nope, just lead.
Wow. Okay, I'm thinking of the divine
magic.
sense. Oh, that too, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to cast locate object on the hellwood.
Okay. You cast it. Hold on 1 second. I'm reading. It's 1,000 feet. That's pretty far.
It's pretty fun. Love it.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me look up something real quick. I want to see how locate object works with like common material. But like, I'm not saying Hellwood is common, but like, if hypothetically you were to get 2 Hellwoods in the same area, how would that work?
The nearest object of that kind will ping.
Okay, that's what I was thinking too. Okay, cool. Okay, well, 1,000 feet. Let me see if there's any Hellwood near you.
It seems like a rare item, so I'm hoping.
You would not detect any within 1,000 feet.
Well, it's whoever it is not nearby.
I could talk to people at the palace and see if they've heard of anyone who has been looking for those items in recent days, before the robbery took place.
Yes, I can ask around the perhaps in Black House or in the Whispering ones if they know.
Does anyone else want to make any other checks or anything, or are you guys leaving this place?
Do you have any neighbors or anyone who might have seen anything?
He thinks, he's like, maybe, he shrugs. I didn't think to ask anyone. I just put in a thing for the Venturers Guild and figured you guys take care of it.
Dusty, would you be interested in trying to talk to some of the neighbors with me?
Sure.
It's another long shot, but it's in my wheelhouse. I want to think over those items and think if there is something of religious ritual significance these could be used for, nefarious or otherwise.
All right, give me a religion check.
Yeah, I mean, I'm aware of the holy water, but
So how do you go about this? What is like your process thinking of this?
I'm aware that certain materials have significance in certain religious rituals, as a concept. I'm just trying to think of if I know of any specific ones related to these materials.
Yes. So as you're thinking about this at the items, your eyes, not looking at anything as you're going through your memories of like symbology and rituals and things like that. And you would get this memory that doesn't belong to you, where a rift opens up in front of you, but this never happened to you. And you get the smell of sulfur, and out from the portal walks a devil.
Now, the capital R rifts that open, I forget, is there a specific plane they're tied to, or is it just various ones?
It is all the planes. It is. I think about this, and before he can leave, I grabbed Fenix on the shoulder and I just say, there's a possibility these materials are going to be used to summon a devil.
Thinks about it for a minute. He's like, I mean, there's magic that allows you to do that. Just when you think simple.
Well, this could be significant on account of that knowledge is not something I would have known of without the help of my ancestor.
So it might be really important.
It could be, all things considered.
Fuck. Alright, so who would want to summon a devil, though?
I think that's something I should definitely ask about at the palace. See if anybody knows of any strange gatherings or what have you.
Alright, I can cast my divination once more, but obviously need to exit the range of it in order to gain anything useful, but
I think you and Dusty can go ahead, ask around while Charles and I go to our organizations and see if we can get some ears on the ground.
can I think of any significant natural lineups or anything that's going to be happening soon? Anything that might be
Like a solstice or something?
Bolstering for magic or ritual, or anything like that.
Give me a nature check.
I'll guide you again.
Yay!
Add that
Okay.
D4.
Nature plus a d4. Yay for 15.
You would know there's nothing significant coming up anytime soon.
Damn. That doesn't give us any chance to think that through. A ritual of such.
And I do want to reiterate, you would know there is nothing significant coming up at all. Not anytime soon.
I can't think of anything that would be important to this ritual naturally. It'd be good to know how big of an area they would need for such a ritual so that we can. But if they've gone to a different facet, then we're.
Would I know about demon summoning rituals in all my reading?
Give me a history check.
Devil. That's
Devil.
what I specifically said.
Sorry, devil. Sorry, fiend summoning.
Just to be clear.
Yeah, fiend.
Give me that history check
just
there.
Just a second.
Dusty.
I'll get it. I'm assuming since it's happening around the same time, I can't use guidance on myself as well.
Correct.
Gotcha.
Mm.
19.
So, Dusty, you would know summoning rituals of various planes has been something that's been done multiple times throughout history. Angels, demons, fiends, dragons, fae, undead, eldritch beings, gods, you name it. Summoning devils is one of the more common ones, actually, and one of the few that are legal on the Convergence, actually. Specifically because devils are lawful creatures. There has to be a deal in place for them to work. Now, if you do devil summoning without the proper precautions or the proper things to be done, then it's still illegal, but it's the only thing outside of angels that you can legally summon on the facets, on the Convergence specifically, and not get in like immediate trouble. Devil summoning is done fairly often because, well, once again, contracts, making deals, pacts, making agreements, things like that. It doesn't mean it doesn't happen with other races. I mean, fae and demons and angels all do the same thing. But specifically with devils, it is more commonly done. Because, I mean, the soul of an individual is worth a lot to devil.
Okay. Well,
With the
that's what I would relate to Fenix. Maybe there's someone who's trying to sell souls legally, get a soul trade going.
Someone looking to make a deal themselves.
Mm.
with the flash of memory that I got, did I get any sense of the caliber of devil that?
No.
Okay.
It was more a general sense of, like, a clue, a hint to guide you.
And was there any like emotional attachment to indicate
Fear.
severity?
Like, or not really fear, more of like, shit.
Yeah, great.
Mm.
Okay.
So,
Now we just have to find someone who wants to summon a devil.
I mean, it's a possibility at the end of the day. Could be.
I feel like a vision is something important.
Yes, I'm inclined to think so too, but I also have to recognize that there is a such thing as overreaction even to these things. We should,
Let's speak to the neighbors.
yes, and I'll go to the palace, and Charles, do you want to go to your house as well?
Yes.
All right.
Splitting the
Well.
party. Woo!
Shall we meet back at the guild in a couple of hours?
Sounds good.
All right.
Okay, so let's go meet the neighbors.
What's Caius gonna do?
I was gonna go to the Red House, and ask
That's good.
questions there too.
Any avenues?
Sounds good. Sounds good.
Alrighty.
I
Let's go
wonder,
down.
Dusty, if after we talk to the neighbors, we should go to your library and see if anyone's recently been interested in books on how to summon devils.
Would Gerard even give those books out or let people look at them?
Look, maybe. Give out, definitely not.
We could ask Gerald. Yeah. He wouldn't give them out, so there might be fingerprint. Would I know what fingerprints are in this world?
Yeah, but like you wouldn't know how to get them.
Gotcha. There might be some evidence that they left behind if they were stuck in there for a while, looking at books on how to summon devils.
Indeed.
Anyways.
Also, if a friend can describe what these people would look like, if there's anyone who's been looking for these books in particular.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get much on that front.
Damn.
We can try, but just don't be afraid to get insulted.
Never.
Anyways, let's go look at the neighbors. Do
Who's
I see
going first?
Oh yeah. How about Caius? He hasn't had much to do this session.
Hey.
I was gonna suggest we roll initiative to see, which order to go in, but whatever.
I mean, we can do that too.
Fine with
That's fun.
initiative.
I'll let the party figure it out.
Initiative then?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, do we just want to roll?
Whatever.
Do we just want to roll a d20 or are we actually rolling initiative?
Oh, Caius rolled a nat 1 on initiative. That's rough. Oh, 2 nat 20s.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Charles goes
Dear
first
God.
because he has the dex breaker.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Charles can go first.
All right.
The initiative gap between a 22 and an 8.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes.
So-
Yeah.
What are you doing, Charles? Break it down for me.
Yes, so I was hesitating between going to the Black House or Wing Blacks, but considering there may be some devil summoning, I think Charles will go to the house and maybe try to see if some of the mages in the house could maybe
The Black
bring
House?
him more light, yeah, in the Black House.
Okay, so you would go to your black house, and would you try to find someone to like just ask questions to, something like that?
Yes, I think first he may go like to maybe like the like whoever like is posted at the front this day, like in main desk, checking files,
There
etc.
is a main desk.
Yes.
What do you ask them?
I will come and say, hey, I've been looking for a job in the Adventurers Guild, and I see there is one concerning a shopkeeper that has been robbed. By any chance, would it be someone from our house to know if I should stay clear of it or no?
Say that one more time for me.
It would say, describe the job that's in the guild, and
Yep.
say like, do you know if it's someone from the house who may be behind this or not?
The secretary.
Pretend that it's to know if he wants to take, if he should take this job or not.
The secretary would look up at you and say, theft is illegal. So it wouldn't matter if they're in this house or not. If they get caught stealing, they got caught stealing and they broke the law.
Yes, but maybe there is something from what from the information I gathered. Yes.
The secretary, she would smile a little bit and lean a little closer.
Mhm.
If they got caught stealing, they don't deserve to be here.
Of course. But let's say I suspect someone from here would be behind this. There would be no way to know it specifically.
I mean, even if they are from here, they broke the law.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And if you caught them, that means A, you're better than them, and B, they're shit.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
So you not only be doing the convergence a favor, but you be doing us a favor and yourself a favor. That's the trifecta there.
Okay, interesting.
Hopefully that helps you out there with your little moral dilemma you got going on there.
Yes. Also, do you know anyone from the magical research part? Because I may need some help on this part too.
Well, what kind of magical help are you looking for here?
Consider someone I know said in my group, considering what was stolen, it's possible there will be some like summoning ritual of a demon from hell or something. I don't understand all these things.
And is this you summoning it, or are you stopping someone from summoning it?
Possibly stopping because from
Good
what was stolen may summon a demon.
Good answer. Alrighty. Well, you can always go talk to Magnus.
Okay.
He is a tier 4 member. He's a significant member in our demonology sector.
Okay. Does he have as a office here or no?
I believe he has technically a laboratory.
Okay, I will check him.
She'll give you directions to where to go and stuff.
Yes.
You would go through the creepy, dark, black house sector of the convergence, where you would go into what can only be described as a Gothic-style evil villain's castle. And you would go to an area.
It's the Jeeves of wizards.
Yeah. Sorry, I saw the message. I just started giggling.
Yeah.
And you would go into this area, and hanging above the door is the word as nameplate Magnus. So it's obviously you're in the right area. Wooden door. The door would open up, and you would see there's an imp there. What do you want?
Is Magnus here?
Who is it to you?
I'm Charles.
Okay.
From the intelligence sections. I may need some information about summonings.
All right. Pay the fee.
Okay, just I put 1 gold.
He looks at it, looks at you.
Put another 1.
No.
1 platinum.
All right. He takes it, puts it in his pocket. Get on in here. Boss! There's another one. And in the middle of a room, currently drawing on a chalkboard, in a language you don't recognize, would be a dark elf. Or more specifically, a drow. Working at the board. He would look over at you. I have 3 questions for you. If you answer them correctly, then I will help you.
All right.
If you get 2 wrong, you're out. Understand?
Okay.
Number 1, can you cast magic?
I'm afraid no.
Number 2, are you in the Adventurers Guild? Number 3, did you pay the imp?
Yes.
All right, 2 out of 3, that's good enough. All right, what do you want to know?
I'm on a mission with some colleagues from the guild, and we suspect that someone may summon a devil in this facet.
On this facet, you say?
Yeah, I mean, at least some ingredients that my associate who knows more about magics.
You know what ingredients were taken?
Yes.
Well, that makes it so much easier. All right, come here. All right. He goes over to like a shelf. He licks a finger. He's going across the spines of various books. He's like, all right, what are the ingredients?
So there was some sulfur, some shards, and just give him the full list.
Oh, you give him the full list? Oh, he takes it. He's like, oh, thank God, someone's actually prepared. All right. He looks at it. All right. Sulfur, gunpowder. Do you know who took these things?
No, but we know where they were taken from, but we don't
And the
know
where doesn't
exactly.
matter. Wait.
Yeah.
He looks at the list again. No, it doesn't matter. He's like he pulls off like 3 books, and he like plops them down on a table. He opens the first one. He flips through several pages. He takes it, turns it around, gets 4 different pages marked, and shows them to you. And he's like, all right, here's what you're looking at of possibilities. All right, number 1, your basic imp. All right, sulfur, some chalk, basic summoning circle. Anyone can summon an imp. All right, not the end of the world. Honestly, if that's all it is, you're wasting your time. All right. He looks at his own. They make great pets for children, by the way. Second, he pops the next book down. All right. You're looking at a true devil. All right. He's a little more nefarious, a little more, how I should say, tricky to deal with than an imp. All right. Not good pets. Not great for children. Trust me, I tried to give my niece one. Didn't work out well with my sister-in-law. All right. I told her a dozen times. I already made a deal with him, but no. So, now, out of these 4, this is the least likely option here. I'm going to be honest. All right? Now, the most likely option is either an incubus or a succubus. Same thing. One's male. One has tits. One has a dick. Pick your favorite flavor of the month. All right? All right? Now, we're taking. Was it a female? What are they into, right? I don't judge.
Okay.
I summon a succubus at least once a week, all right? Come on now. Listen, all right? Some fun in the bed. I don't judge, all right? If you want to come and play, let me know. I'll invite you next week, all right? And the 4th book he puts down. Now, this is... The only reason I'm suggesting this is because he had the bar of silver, all right? Devils, they don't like silver. All right, this can be used to imprison them within the ritual circle if you draw a second layer and sprinkle it with silver dust, which is good. So whoever stole this stuff kind of knows what they're doing, which I'm impressed. This is not a rookie. So we got some good, well, technically bad news for you because he's not a rookie. But this is going to be a barbed devil. All right, a little harder, more nefarious, definitely going to kill some shit. All right. So. All right, that'll be 20 gold pieces.
Yes, I have some extra question I would like to ask.
Oh, yeah,
before.
sure. Go ahead.
Yes, let's say we want to stop the ritual before it take place. And I just, while I ask this, I put the 20 gold on the table.
Oh, that's easy. You just disrupt the circle. You just break the circle. It's easy.
Okay, just break the circle.
If the ritual hasn't started yet, it's inert. Just break the circle. Easy.
Okay. And is killing the summoner good enough too?
What'd you say?
Is if we kill the main summoner, it will work too?
Well, I mean, if you kill the guy summoning it and it hasn't happened yet, it can still happen. You know.
No, I mean, it can still happen. So we need to destroy the circle.
Well, I mean, both work. If you kill the guy and you break the circle, then no one can use it. If you just kill the guy, you can still use it. You know, if you want to summon a succubus, invite me. We'll hang out. Or an incubus. I don't judge. You know.
Infernal Eiffel Tower.
You know.
Okay.
Now, again, with the Barb Devil, I don't suggest you activate it. You should probably just do everything. If it was an imp, make a deal. Maybe you see me you said, look, he points at your badge. You're at least kind of smart. He taps your shoulder where the badge is, Maybe you get a little pet friend, and our little pets, we can do little pet play dates.
Well, I want pet play dates.
Right.
Any other questions?
No, that will be all.
All right, cool.
I think that should be good, yes.
Well, bye.
Yes, I go.
Gosh.
Wait, what were the 4 things? You said there was 4?
Imp, a basic devil, or a true devil, that's what I said. Incubus and or succubus, because they're the same thing. And then a barbed devil.
Yeah, basic devil, okay. Yeah, it was basic devil, I didn't...
Or he called it a true devil.
Yeah, okay.
So.
Perfect.
love that this man just casually points out that he summons a succubus every so often.
Hey man,
Hey.
Yeah.
don't judge my man Magnus. All
I
right.
judged it, just didn't expect it is all.
Yes,
Exactly.
from a
Listen.
draw summoning this kind of devil, yeah. Not
Also, this guy
surprising.
was definitely into a threesome with Charles, so.
Hey man.
It's the best. It's the hat. It's got to be the hat.
Hey.
Yes.
You know what? Charles kind of exudes a bit of that like chaotic bisexual energy, and I kind of support it.
Well, the human pussy boots.
Who's next? Fenix and
Dusty.
Dusty. Thank you. I was trying not to say Chris. I'm like, God damn it, I'm Chris. I can't say my own name.
But yeah, Fenix and Dusty actually have the next sequence of initiatives, so that works.
Yes. So you two are investigating the neighbors, correct?
Yes, and then we were thinking of checking out the library after that.
Yes. So neighbors, just both of you give me 2 persuasion checks each. So the street itself isn't very busy. Occasionally people walk by, but there are other store owners. And talking around, Dusty, you're able to find someone who was there that night and did see, before he closed up his own shop, did see someone snooping around the street that looked like they were like a little weird.
Can you
But it was just one guy.
Can you describe any distinct features or anything?
He said it was dark and they were clothed up, wrapped up and stuff. No tail, no wings, if that helps.
No tail, no wings.
Human sized, so not a half, not a short guy.
So not a halfling. Okay, so that rules out a few races, but we still got a lot. So it's gonna be a medium race, not overly tall like an orc typically is.
He said, no, about my height actually.
It's usually like what in the human elf category.
Yeah.
Okay, we're looking for a humanoid without distinct features, so most likely a human or an elf.
Half elf.
Half elf too, yeah.
Mm.
Who knows? Okay, thank you for your time, ma'am.
Library, with Gerald. He would tell you, or what do you ask him?
Hey Gerald, anyone looked at books about summoning devils lately?
He would look at you like, summoning devils. A couple. Why?
If you could, I know you don't really pay that close attention, but if any of them stood out to you, could you tell us? There may be a thievery and a devil summoning going on that's not legally sanctioned.
He kind of thinks for a minute. He's like, well, maybe he thinks. There was one guy who came in here, really handsome, actually, extremely handsome. Almost made me question if I was into him or not, but not that handsome. I care only about my books and knowledge. But I don't think it was him because, well, yes. Anyways, the other 2 were a little suspicious. And by suspicious only because it was, God damn it, Eric. He said the other 2, maybe, there was a woman, but she was researching it, she said, because her party were about to go fight a rift off. And she had the, adventurer's badge and everything, so I trusted her. The other guy had no such badge, and, well, he was doing it for self-research, which we all know what that means.
Yeah, I know about your collection. Okay, can you describe him at all?
Yeah, he was a human, dark hair, blue eyes, a little hunched over, smelled a little bit. Thought he was a beggar, but he paid the fee, so I didn't care.
Can you describe the other 2 as well?
Yeah, so the handsome man elf, blonde, had a tattoo on his forehead. The woman, redhead. What race was she? She's one of those like not human but looks human races. I forget what it was off the top of my.
Catastrophe?
ASMR?
Azamir. Yeah, there you go. That's the one.
Okay, wait. Blonde elf. Does Malik have a tattoo on his head?
Does Malik have a tattoo on his head? No, he does not.
Okay, yeah, he's half elf. Never mind.
Malik is handsome, I agree.
Yeah. I like because the image
Give me a
is
second to remember who that was.
Yeah, Malark.
Ending a rule that all my characters are bisexual because no matter what, it's gonna happen because I'm bisexual and it just translates in there.
I mean, half these guys are elves, so it just like, god damn it, they got a bonus.
Damn it.
Okay.
So, did you get the name of any of these characters?
No. You think I care about names?
I warned you.
You seem the kind of guy who might care about that. Okay.
If they pay the fee, I don't give a shit. Dusty's looking if I remember his name.
Yep.
Do you happen to know exactly what books they were looking at?
No.
Okay.
Just what section they were in.
Let's go to this. Can you remember what section each one of them were in, or were they all in the same section? Because
You asked me about people who are investigating books about devil summoning. Dusty, come on now.
Sorry,
You're not that much of an idiot.
I realized that as I was saying it. Yeah. Okay, can we just go to the devil summoning book? Do they all look at the same book or just the same section?
Section. Again, I wasn't watching them that closely. It's not like they could steal anything without me knowing.
Then we'll go to the devil section and see if we can figure out which book they were looking at.
Sure. It takes you over to the little section, and there's like a single shelf with all those such books on there. There's like 7 of them.
Yep.
Some very small and like maybe like only a few pages long. One like seems like a journal. A couple others seem like actual academic books.
All right.
Well, let's both look through these and see what kind of devils they might be looking to summon.
Do any of the books look like they were recently undusted? Because it's a very dusty library. Like, which one
Investigation.
looks like... Okay, just a second.
Can I assist with that?
Do you have the proficiency in it?
I do not, no.
Then no, you cannot.
I'm going to guide myself. Just hopefully this works.
I was going to say I was going to guide you. Can we both guide you?
No, guidance does not stack, unfortunately.
Be amazing. Okay, investigation.
Me trying to remember which of my
broken.
characters have guidance at this point, because I play a cleric, a druid, and then I play 2 other characters. Yeah, I play in 4 campaigns now.
Unfortunately, it's a 10.
It's
I am
10.
rolling shit today.
There's like 4, maybe 5 books, more so 4 books. You're pretty sure that were touched relatively recently. 3 definitely have dust on them still.
Okay, then look at the one that's the least dusty.
Well, that'd be you.
Yeah. I knew that was
He's the
coming.
most...
So the least dusty one is is the biggest one, and it just has a fuck ton of information about devils in general, like a whole bunch of general knowledge.
I looked for any like dog-eared pages or stuff that looked like it was written, like it was out for a long time.
No.
Okay, is there any like page that sticks out grandly?
No, like it's very general information in this book.
Can I look for specific mentions of Hellwood?
In the book that you have right now, there are none.
No Hellwood mentioned in here. And that's what we were sure they have, right? Ask Fenix.
Sounds like...
Okay, then I'm gonna look through the rest of the book to see if there's any Hellwood mentions.
Yes, in the 3rd book you check, there is Hellwood mentioned in one of the rituals that
Okay.
are listed with ingredients and such.
I try to
What
match.
is it?
Yeah, I'm matching the list of ingredients, see if they match with some of the Sown stuff we have.
They do. Sulfur, gunpowder, Hellwood are optionals for some of the rituals.
Okay, what is it trying to summon this ritual?
Succubus.
Oh dear God, I hope we're not dealing with just a horny idiot.
Oh dear.
That's the most dangerous kind of idiot.
You know what? For once I agree with you.
Well, at least someone does. Anyways, we should probably tell the guys about this. Although, knowing this, it's probably gonna be in somewhere private instead of the middle of the woods. Like a house or something.
I can keep trying, but I'm going to need... I can only cast that ritual twice per day.
The locate object thing, you mean?
Yeah.
Did you get anything off that last time? I'll be honest, Chris went to eat a snack when that happened.
No,
Oh.
I wasn't able to find anything.
Let's see. Well, we can't wait around, but if Psychicus gets summoned... Huh. Wait, rituals use up their materials, right?
They do?
If Psychicus gets summoned, do we have to return her as the property? I'm confused. Because she's like the one that took up all the stuff. So would that legally be the shop owners?
No.
Okay. Well, that's the best I can do. We know it's a succubus summoning, so it's...
Is there any other rituals that mention Hellwood?
There are, but either they're way too powerful, do you think? Or it's too vague and needs other ingredients as well.
And this one matches the most of the ingredients that we know are stolen.
Mm-hmm. Specifically, the makeup is a big factor.
We could ask a wait, we're using the Forgotten Realms Pantheon. Are any like lower power gods worshipped here, like Asmodeus?
Mm-hmm. All gods are worshipped.
Okay, I don't know if he counts because technically he isn't a god, is he? Okay,
He's a god.
random aside.
Yes.
We could go ask the Asmodeus clerics that we're getting either a lot of money or a good bargaining chip.
What exactly do the Asmodeus clerics do?
Well, they're the closest to devils, so they might know, be more abreast of devil summonings in the area. I mean, Asmodeus is the king of hell.
It's a possibility. I feel like we'll have to see what everyone can gather information-wise. I mean, it's not exactly like finding these three characters will be easy.
Yeah. Well, we have at least a lead. We're looking for succubus, so we're probably looking for people who are desperate and sad, or are broke and sad. Either way, we're looking for sad people. Maybe college students? I went to the Bronze Palace. Isn't that mostly orphans?
Well, if we're looking for someone who is looking to go up in the world, the man that was described that your friend thought was a beggar is a prime suspect.
Yep, we got that. Although I can see the handsome dude summoning a succubus for a date. Maybe he's insecure.
If you're handsome, though, could you not get a date no matter what?
Anxiety is a hell of a drug.
Not if everybody else thinks you're out of their league.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also, there's anxiety. Secondly, it might be an illusion spell. There's a lot of factors.
Fair enough. I feel like your friend would have seen through it, though.
Gerald doesn't pay enough attention to want to exert the effort.
I see.
Like, if it is not directly related to what he wants, he really does not give much of a shit.
Alright. So then, our suspect pool consists of mostly two people, if we're discounting the adventurer.
Well, it could be all of them, so I'd include her, but let's start with this dark-haired, blue-eyed guy. Thought he was a beggar, but he has money, but he looks like a beggar, so possibly hiding his affluence?
I don't want to make any assumptions until we have more information.
Well, that's all the information we can get. Let's just hope Gwilric and... who's going with Gwilric?
I went alone.
Oh. Yeah,
Gwilric and Caius and Charles.
yeah, let's hope they can all get him up with something.
Indeed. Good work, Dusty, though. You have impressive research skills.
Gotta have something impressive, apparently. I was gonna get hounded every day.
I talked to Gwilric. He's going to try to go easier on you.
Is that what you call what happened to the guild, where I was getting shit just for getting confused about a job posting?
It'll take time.
Like 6 days, I can rattle off one thing. Ugh, never mind. I'll deal with it later. Let's just get going. We have more important fish to fry.
Right. Don't let him get to you. He's just
And I asked.
trying to help. He's trying to help you learn and grow, but
I don't know
he
how
means
insulting at someone for 6 days straight when they've already paid for their mistakes is gonna help them.
like I said, he's not flawless, but
Okay.
I do think that he recognizes that he's gone a little far.
If you say so. Let's just get back to everybody.
If you ever need someone to talk to, I'm here.
Don't be careful. If you take on all the therapy, you're gonna go crazy.
Who says I haven't already? After all, I consider you a friend.
See, we were bonding and you ruined it.
Fenix is our moral compass.
You guys are all doomed.
Yeah.
Mm.
The pyromancer is your moral compass here.
Yep.
Our
It
moral
has never gone well.
Our moral compass is a fucking roulette wheel.
All right. As you guys leave the library, Gerald will hand you a drawing. Here, I drew his face. Now get out of here and go find him.
Thank you.
Could you draw the other two? Is that too much to ask?
He looks at you. Yes, it is. No, I don't care about those guys. Oh, yes, it's him.
What if I paid you?
How much we talking?
10 gold.
Deal. He would pull out a piece of paper from seemingly nowhere, hold his pen, put it on the paper, and a drawing appears. There.
Nope.
He does it twice for the other two people.
I'll give him 10 gold. Thank you.
Get out!
You put Dusty in the drawings and just go, he is absolutely terrifying.
Well, he's fine when you get used to him.
Gotta have thick skin.
I mean, if you want to absolutely terrify, I can introduce you to someone else.
You know what? I think I'm good.
Okay. Never go to
It's his
college.
mother.
I don't have
All
a
right,
mother.
and then I guess we'll spend some time examining these drawings and seeing if we can think of anyone that fits the bill.
All right. Who's next? Is it Gwilric or Caius?
It would be Gwilric.
Cool.
And I'll just quickly remark, man, Gwilric's insults must have cut deep if they got through Dusty's thick skin from dealing with that guy.
Well, that guy actually has a point half the time.
Geralt doesn't insult. He just points out your flaws.
Dude, doing 6 days straight is gonna affect somebody after. Dusty got kicked when he was down. I already lost 100 gold, man. Come on.
Anyway.
Anyways, what are you doing, Gwilric? Or Eric?
So, I'm going to the Palace of Bronze.
Yes.
And remind me what the entrance of it looks like. Just like the entrance area.
It is a very large building in a Chinese style.
Right, Chinese pagoda style.
Yep.
Gotcha. And so when I enter the building, how many people are around?
I mean, in the area or in general?
Inside the building, just the entry area, the first room I come to that has people.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, there's like a handful of people moving in and out, but specifically staying within the area, it's just the 3 people working the front desk.
Okay, I'm just going to do a look over them, and see if I can discern which one seems to recognize me. Not necessarily from meeting me, just recognize me as an individual.
None of them do.
Okay, I was hoping to... Okay, I was hoping to see if I could suss out somebody who's heard some things, but anyway.
Yeah, I mean, anyone who looks at you, it's more of like, oh my god, it's a Loxodon. What's that? Than anything else.
That's unfortunate.
The bane of being special.
Yep. So I'm going to go up to one of those folks, and I'll just first ask: is Piercing around?
The secretary, which would be a bronze dragonborn, would shake his head. He'd be like, "No, it's her day off. What can I do to help you?"
Yes, actually, I am on guild business, and I'm hoping to get some information that the palace might have heard about.
If I remember correctly, you are still a rank 0.
Yes.
Which means any Bronze Palace assets are closed to you for right now.
Even rumors?
He shrugs. You can talk to people, but anyone who works for the palace specifically is closed to you temporarily until you are rank 1, and you can unlock those privileges. We can't just let anyone who joins the guild or the house instantly to just get all access to everything.
This is information that could pertain to the illegal summoning of a devil.
Be it as it may, there are rules we have to follow. I am sorry. There are other assets you could use other than the house assets.
Examples?
You could always talk to other adventurers. You can go to Temple Row and ask them. You could just literally walk down the streets. You could pay off informers. There's different things that you do.
Well, great. I'll be sure to bear this in mind. And I will just leave with that.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck. Sorry, you're too low rank for us to actually be of any basic help to you.
Bureaucracy, gotta love it.
It's like,
Mm-hmm.
come on! I just got shunned by the shunned. Fuck's sake. That's all I can think to do right now. That was my only avenue.
Alrighty, Caius. What's Caius doing?
All right. I'll try the same thing Gwilric just tried, but at the Red House. So, I'm gonna walk up into our, what is it, like an embassy? Or is it, because we have our own
front area, yeah.
That's what I thought. Okay, yeah. And I'll just go kind of to the front desk and kind of just report pretty much all the details. We've taken this mission, me and my party, and we believe there is a devil summoning. If you guys have any information, or if there's
information on what specifically you're looking for about the devil.
Just any kind of uptick in like occult things happening here on this set.
On the Convergence. You could always talk to the guard. They shrug.
The Myrian guard.
Well, no, guard members within the guild itself or the house itself.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Looking around the lobby, are there any guards?
Well, they would just tell you you could go some specific place you could go to.
Oh, okay, awesome.
Yeah.
I will go there.
Yep. So they would tell you to go to probably the training yard. There's a special training yard for Convergence army officials that are still part of the army and the Red House.
Okay, awesome.
Yep.
So I'll go there and see if I see anybody in guard uniform.
There are dozens.
Oh, right.
Red House and White House is like 50-50. Like it's like a third, and third, not in either the two houses, and then 2/3 in either or. So there's a good chunk of people here, and then
I can tell their ranks though, right? Just
oh
from
yeah. From your history and everything, yeah, you could definitely tell their ranks.
I don't really want an officer, but I don't want like just like a recruit. Like, is there any way I can get like somewhere in between? Like, I can see somebody who's like,
Yeah, you can give me a perception check.
where is my perception? There it is.
So you look across the yard and you see someone of a sergeant rank, who's which is an officer but still in charge of newer people, going through some training routines with some people.
All right, awesome. I'm gonna approach him.
Yeah, so he would be half elf, wearing armor, his rank out, and his red house badge, which he'd be a tier 2 member of. Yeah.
Greetings. Let's see. How would I would know how to greet a sergeant, right? Would he be like probably be a little bit overranking me?
Well, I mean, you're not in the army anymore, so he wouldn't outrank you at all. But he is a tier 2, and you're a tier 1.
Okay.
So
is there a respectful way to like hail him?
I mean, you just say you do, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I hail him respectfully.
Yeah. He would nod toward your direction. He's like, "What is it? How can I help you? Here for some training?"
Perhaps later, but I was wondering if there's been any reports on increase in demonic or the occult going on here in the Convergence.
He's like, give me a persuasion check. He kind of gets this like regretful, not really regretful, but this like, all right. Come over here. He like pulls you to the side away from other people. He's like, all right, why? What do you want to know? There's an uptick of a lot of crime in the Convergence. What are you looking for specifically?
Mainly anything that points to some kind of summoning, something a little bit more nefarious than normal. Maybe rumors of a group or any kind of organized.
He's like, yeah. Yes, there's always reports of this, but ever since the contract broke, a couple months back, it's been I've taken a lot of crime reports, even illegal summonings on the Convergence. I mean, like don't tell anyone this. I'm only telling you because you used to be in with us. I recognize your face, but I don't really remember you that well. Like, there's things going on in the Convergence. You have to understand. People are desperate. Summoning the occult, that's something that's not happening as much, but still happening. More specifically in you're the poor area, the bums and stuff.
Okay. Well, then thank you, and I hope to see you sometime in the future. Stay safe.
Yeah. You too, kid. Get out of here.
All right, and I go down to the Adventurers Guild and wait for the party.
You all converge back together.
Yeah, Gwilric's probably there first.
Yeah.
Grumpy.
So normal, got it.
Yeah, more grumpy than usual.
All right. Well,
So
I've learned that these summonings have been happening quite commonly in the poor area of the Convergence.
Okay.
Could be a potential to let off another location.
I've seen with some people who knows more about the magical arts, and the guy I saw was able to pinpoint that yes, this could be used into a summoning ritual, and they say like it could be used to summon something basic like an imp, but it could be like something bitter, like a greater devil, something like incubus or succubus. It said there was the same thing, just one male, one female, and something he called a barded devil. I don't know what it is.
Bearded devil, you mean?
Yeah, something like this.
Barbed devil.
Barbed devil, yes.
Oh, barb, not bearded. Okay.
Barbed, yes.
So now
But
there's
Charles wouldn't know too much the difference.
there's 4 options there. From what Dusty found out at the library, it seemed like it was only a succubus that we could find that they were potentially summoning.
Yep, that's the only thing that matches the Darkwood and the lipstick that was stolen. And what we know is we have 3 suspects: human, dark hair, blue eyes, smelled a bit, thought he was a beggar, a handsome elf guy with a tattoo on his forehead, and a red-headed ASMR adventurer.
I hold up all 3 drawings.
Well, I think it's likely that it's succubus then. If we have two sources guiding us on their direction.
So let's go to
Do we know where these suspects are? Like where they live, who they are, anything?
We've got drawings. That's about it.
I might have been able to find out more if the Bronze Palace weren't run by a bunch of... I mutter a curse in Luxodon. That's...
Yeah.
Have you heard of the Black House, Gwilric?
Just whispering to Dusty. So, mate, he's a little bit grumpier than usual. We might need to tread carefully.
Look, I'm just not gonna talk to him. Seems like the safest option.
One of my giant ears flicks and I say, that's probably a good call.
Yeah.
Gwilric, we spoke about this.
So,
I know.
Of the 3, do either of you have a preference of which one do you believe it was?
Well, the most obvious one with the evidence you gave us, Charles, is we gotta go to the poor district. It seems like it's the black-haired guy. Although, Gerald also was weirdly fixated on a handsome guy, and he almost never pays attention to people, so... that was just weird.
Maybe the handsome guy already was an incubus.
Oh god, what if he's summoning his wife? Do devils marry? Questions for later.
Wild theories aside,
Yeah.
I'm not really sure where we should go from here.
Well, it sounds like we should go to the poor district.
Is that outside of my first 1,000 foot range? DM?
What? Yeah, yes. Say that again.
Is the poor district within my first where I popped off that 1,000 foot range, or is...
Not at all. Completely different area.
All right, I can pop off another spell there, and we can try it out.
Is that what you guys gonna do?
I don't think it's the best option we have. What do you guys think?
It's the only option I can think of. Like, I don't know what other options we have. Other
I
than
don't know enough to make a decision.
walking around with posters and asking people, have you seen this person before?
So let's go to the poor district and try to locate an object.
If you're saying things, Kevin, you're muted.
Sorry, no, my brother's talking to me.
Okay.
Sorry about that. So to the poor district. Sorry, I totally missed what you guys are talking about. What's the options here?
Pretty much, we were saying we don't know what to do. I can pop off another locate object within the poor district, and we can try to see if we can find the Hellwood. But
we could try that, but we could also ask questions of other people, like beggars and stuff. I did get information that it was beggars mainly who are doing these devil summoning, so someone's got to know something. And if one thing I know about beggars is that they really need coin, and some of us have some coin. And I look at Dusty, some of us do not.
Bribed a guy today, so
Let's keep the theme of the day. Go bribe some beggars. Find out what we can find out.
yes, I'm still disappointed that we couldn't get more information from any bystanders of the actual store, but
I did the best we could.
yes. Alright, I guess we will head to the poor district. Caius is gonna bribe some guys. I'm gonna do a locate object. I'll encourage Caius to take Dusty. He's very persuasive.
And I will go with Fenix, so I don't have to be with Dusty. Really not in the mood for him right now.
When are you?
I think Charles should also come with us, for he is
Yes, why not?
also persuasive.
I know the poor district. He will
Yes, I feel like he would be able to guide me.
come. Guide and maybe know who to speak to.
Yeah.
To a degree.
Perfect,
Right.
perfect.
We will
Split the
go to
party.
the district.
Alrighty. So you all are split up across the area. Some of you are asking questions. Some of you are showing posters. Are you casting detect object or locate object?
I am going to try to get into the most central area and do so, yes.
Alrighty. I have the spell right here. You know the direction if it's at 1,000 feet.
Your spell
And it's
slot.
concentration to 10 minutes. Cool. You would detect the item.
I detect a Hellwood.
You do. It is west of you.
Fenix is gonna go, I've got one. Heaven knows if it's the right one, but... And I'm gonna start heading in that direction.
Well, let's
I
check.
go with.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I
Oh,
thought
sorry, I'm staying with the
you
other people.
guys
Yeah,
were.
I thought we were. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm staying with. Yeah, you're going with them to the help. Fenix. Okay.
Well, I'm assuming Phoenix would gather everyone. Would he not?
Like when you gather,
Yeah.
I
when,
mean,
when
that,
you find
that
them.
depends on how long.
I thought
It
that
depends
My bad.
Well, it sounded like we were splitting into two that would be doing their things at roughly the same time.
Mm-hmm.
We were staying as a group until I cast the spell and then splitting up.
And then, but the information on the spell would make it like so. Oh, we should probably go there, right? So it's like a full group.
Especially with how short it lasts. Yeah.
Fenix will gesture for the others to follow as his eyes are lit up once more and he's kind of just walking in a direction.
Okay, yeah, I'll. Yeah.
Yeah, save money. All right, let's go.
All right, I'm gonna head towards the object. At a very quick pace because I need to get there before the spell ends. I mean, 10 minutes can get me that can get you pretty far pretty quickly.
Oh yeah, very much so. And rushing across the area, you do. And you get to an area where you you got like a general idea of where it's at on like a couple houses in it and such. It's kind of hard to tell which house specifically it has it in.
Can't sense.
It is a slummed area. All the buildings have the windows boarded up. It looks like they're, it's in ruins area. Couple beggars on the street. Couple other people walking up and down the street. Yeah.
Does the spell expire before we can pin down a specific house?
Yeah. But you get like a general area. Like I said, it's like 3 houses. Like one of these, like on a street, you're like, it's one of like these 3, maybe a 4th house, but more specifically 3 next to each other.
Are there
We're
any
happy.
beggars?
what's the general smell of the area?
Decay.
Unwashed
Okay,
bodies.
Unwashed bodies.
So
Yeah.
all right, I'm gonna start sniffing for sulfur because that should stand out
Okay. Give me a perception check.
with advantage.
You do not.
A lot
Do
of
I
good that
see any
did.
beggars?
You do. Yeah. There's. I mean, it's the slums. Everyone's a beggar here.
All right. Let's see. Do I see? No, yeah. I'll just walk up to the first beggar I see.
Yep.
Can I make a perception check for the guy from the drawings?
You can give a perception check. And Kaius, what are you doing?
Guiding myself.
I'm gonna hand him a silver.
Mhm.
And just ask if he knows anything about anything weird happening in the area, anything interesting.
He snorts.
And I'll take out another sack of coins and be like,
He snorts. He say, "There's a lot of weird things happening in this place, man. I mean, you got guards kidnapping people. You got adventurers coming in and just destroying things, man. Like, oh, dude, there's this one dude I saw. Oh, dude, you should have seen him. He was fucked
You hold-
up."
I'll take another silver out and hand it to him and ask, what about summonings of
Summonings, devils, bro, man. Like, there's this hottie last week. She was awesome, but she didn't summon any devils. But I thought she was one because, oh man, she was hot.
Does this guy look like the description of any of us?
No, he does not.
Okay. Do you know where she was?
Huh? Where she lives? Ah, dude, I don't think she lives here, man. She's too pretty for that. But summonings, oh man. He's like looking at the sack. It's hard to remember where they're all out, dude.
I'll hand him another silver.
Oh man. But if I were to guess, he would like point to like the left house out of the three you were looking at, you point to the left one. He's like, I saw a dude go in there like an hour ago. That's who you're looking for.
Perfect. Thank you. And then I'll hand him 1 gold.
Saw dude. He runs off.
All right.
I got an 18 for perception.
Yeah, I saw that. You would be absolutely sure there's no one here in the street belongs to any of those three.
Damn it.
So.
All right. I'd relay the information about the house that this dude pointed out.
Should we just knock?
Well, yeah. I knock at the door.
Could.
You knock on the door of the boarded up house with all the windows with boarded up and nails. You get no response.
Well,
I'm gonna take my crowbar out. And
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
That
FBI,
way?
open up.
it'd be best to
Turn
keep the light
off.
burst.
I think maybe we should try a few other things before this. Maybe like ask around if there is maybe a password or something before we destroy everything and make us look even more suspicious.
Can I just try the doorknob?
You
An
can't. Do
abandoned
you?
building.
Do you try to open up the door?
Is it locked?
It's not.
Usually there is password.
It's just. As everyone's just gonna say this.
Well, that's the easy way to do it. Let's go in.
Mm.
You open up to a abandoned, dark, dank, rotting house.
Is anybody here?
Mm.
Nothing.
Is there any scent of sulfur in the house?
Give me a perception check.
I'll guide you.
20.
21. You do have the strong sense of sulfur.
This is the place, or at least unless somebody's stashed a bunch of rotten eggs here. This is the place.
Lead the way.
Okay.
I'm
I'm
going
gonna
to follow my sniffer to
unsling
the source.
my sword just in case.
Mhm.
Your sniffer leads you to a set of stairs that goes downwards.
Strangely,
And
it
you would
smells more pleasant than
hear
black snow.
2 voices echoing up from the stairs.
As like a male, female, can we identify any of that?
Yes, a male and a female.
Okay.
Can I listen in?
Do you all pause to listen?
Mhm.
All right. You hear the dude say, I summoned you here. Now do whatever the fuck I tell you to do. And then you hear a female voice just like chuckle. She's like, no, that's not how this works, dearie. We have to make a deal first. I don't give a fuck about no deal. I read the book. I summoned you. I control you.
Oh dear
no,
God,
no,
he's
no,
an idiot.
no. Listen. We have to make a contract, a deal. You have to give me something for me to give you something.
I'm gonna
And-
whisper to the rest of the group. This is just sad. Can we just go down there and break it up?
Yeah.
I should have asked what to do when the devil is already summoned. Okay.
All right, you guys go downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I guess. Hate to break it up, but is it the guy from the drawing?
Yeah, it is. The
Mhm.
beggar-looking guy.
Dude.
Hate to break it up, but you seem to have stolen some property from a friend of ours.
He would turn around. He's like, shit. Deal. What do you want? I'll give you anything you want. Just kill them.
Wait, no. Can
Well,
I?
what do you do?
Can I shoot him in the mouth so he doesn't say anything?
You can. I'll give you a reaction. Go ahead and fire your weapon.
Like when I see him start doing that.
Yeah.
Okay. 15.
All right. You shoot. You hit a headshot and he dies.
Shit.
Does he?
His body
What?
tumbles over as the headshot, and it's. You said you were shooting in the mouth. He
I
has,
said
like,
the
3
mouth!
HP.
I said the mouth, not the head.
The mouth is part of the head.
Yeah, it's.
It's just like, we're supposed to bring him to justice, not kill him. He's just trying to find a way to live.
I didn't mean to.
I look to Fenix and say, "There's a very thin line between insult and criticism right now. Just so you know."
The succubus would cross her arms. She's like, well, shit.
Say.
She looks at you all. Well, hello.
Hello?
You don't have any more business here. You're not gonna get any deals out of us.
Oh, that's a shame. I was hoping to make some new friends.
Mm-hmm.
I
Well,
have
you know, that
enough
can-
friends.
Oh,
I'm,
you
su-
could use more
I'm
friends.
sure we can arrange something.
Charles.
Oh, yes, there. Oh, so your name Charles. Oh, that's such a
Yes.
lovely name. Such a wonderful name.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure you can, for instance, go back to your place.
If
First.
that's what you want, but what do I get for going back home?
Not being stuck in this place, shall we say?
She would look
And being
around.
free on for what you will do there.
Well, you see, I can't really just go back home. You know, I don't have the ability to summon myself. It's not how it works. I'm already here. And she would gesture to the circle around her. I can't leave this circle unless someone here lets me leave. Now, we can always make a deal. A small, little, insignificant deal. And once it's complete, then I can go home. That's how it works.
From my religious teachings, do I know of ways to
Can I
send
insight-
an extraplanar being back to their plane without making a deal?
There are spells that can do it, such as banishment and things like that.
Can I insight check her?
Go for it.
In fact, I'd like to do that too. Just
Sure.
know what we're dealing with. Oh, that shouldn't have been an advantage. Just
You just
pretty.
got an idea.
Gwilric, as far as you can tell, she seems to be honest. Yeah. Fenix, you've dealt with less than honest people before. She's telling like the truth, but twisting it in a way, you know. Like she's, you know.
Don't think you're being 100% honest, and that's really not the way to make friends, is it?
Listen, I am being as honest as I can. Once you make a deal, I get to go home once the deal is completed. That's the basics of how this works. I'm sure any of you would know how that works. She looks at all five of you, even you back there, little one. Yes, hi. I'm sure you seem like a smart fella, don't you?
I consider for a second. I say, I bet you're pretty annoyed that you weren't able to make a deal with him. And I point to the corpse of the beggar.
Yeah, honestly, a little peeved. Yeah, he
Well-
that one over there. Well, let's just say I want to kill him. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
we've done this for
killing
you.
is off the table, but
Why don't I kill you guys? I can go kill someone else for you.
no.
No, that
I can
wouldn't be
fuck one of
necessary.
you. I can do
I'm
favors.
saying-
I can do things. You know?
I
Here's-
may know
here's what I
someone who would
propose.
like some kind of special favors from you, but
Actually-
One person talk at a time. Everyone's talking at once.
Yes,
and the-
No,
I
all you
kinda-
talk at once. That's perfectly fine.
I kind of want to go first here, please. Just propose this. Would a certain amount of satisfaction against the small one over there, short of killing him or permanent damage, be the
Mhm.
satisfactory price for you to go back home?
Do you want me to hurt him?
Absolutely
for you?
not.
No, I'm saying that would be the payment.
You letting me hurt him?
No, I would hurt him. I would hurt him if I have to.
Well, what do I get out of it?
Satisfaction of seeing a certain amount of pain brought to the one who denied you a bargain.
Well, he's not dying though, and that's not fun.
Is it really that? I mean, would it really be that satisfying if he died?
Yes, because I can get his
Enough.
soul.
Gwilric.
Okay, I'm out of ideas. You guys go ahead.
Okay, I know someone who summons creatures like her on a weekly basis
Mm-hmm.
for his own enjoyment. Should I bring him in and let him deal with her?
I mean, if you have a friend for me to make a deal, go ahead.
I'm sure he will know what to do.
Yes. I mean,
Uh,
it's not like I can go anywhere.
Yeah, guys, why are we even discussing this? She's trapped.
Because then some other sod is going to make their way down here and make some kind of deal.
Okay, here's my plan. I go back to the Black House, tell Magnus about
watch.
her, and you guys
Alright.
watch on the door, make sure no one's enter.
I mean, it's not illegal to make a deal. We just have to make it legally sanctioned now.
Is this the person who told you about the varieties, who seem to know
Yes,
about
yes.
these things? Sounds as good as anything to me.
It does, I will make it clear, it does summon people like her on a weekly basis for his own enjoyment.
I do not need to know that much.
Yes,
Just as long as he knows what he's doing when it comes to devils. That's
Oh,
good
yes.
enough for me.
he's old enough to know what he does.
All right, well, I'm going to stay here with her. Keep an eye on things.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Alright.
go upstairs. I highly doubt anybody's gonna want to enter a house that has an elephant man standing just inside the door.
All right, whoever's not in the basement, go on the left side by the stairs.
I'm gonna stay in the basement with Fenix.
All right. Gwilric and Charles are out. Phoenix, Caius, and Dusty are in. So it's gonna take you a while to get over there, Charles. So we got some time. We got time. And Succubus, you know, some time would go by of silence. Succubus just standing and looking at you three. She's looking at her hand. So, are you really gonna wait for this random stranger to show up to probably make a deal with me? I mean, one of you three could do it. Even your little friend over there says it's legal.
This has been an illegal summoning, first off.
She said, "That's not my fault. I didn't know that.
So
I
we're
had nothing to do with it."
So we're making the summoning legal first, and then you can have your deal.
She shrugs. That's
What?
if you want to
We
deal. Let's talk prices.
There's nothing I desire that you can give me.
There's nothing you desire. Nothing at all. Power, knowledge, a fun time, a friend, a long friend, a short friend, killing someone, finding someone. Devils do all sorts of things. Make a
And
contract.
what would the cost?
There's a moment where he like hesitates at finding someone, but he kind of like shakes his head. He's like, nothing.
No
And
one
what
at
would be the
all.
cost of such a contract?
Everything has a price that varies drastically. It just has to be fair. Typically, I deal in souls, but doesn't mean I only have to deal in souls. I can deal in favors for favors. Scratch my back, I scratch your back. Fuck me, I
Caius.
fuck you. However you want it to go.
Caius, don't do it.
You should listen to your friend, I mean, making a deal with the devil, only fools would do that. Unless you think you're smarter than me or something. Think you can outsmart me?
She wins no matter what if you make a deal.
Do I, though? Sounds like I'm not dying, so I think I win no matter what.
You want to die?
No, not at all. Actually, I would like to make a deal and go home.
Don't start with the dying
Go
talk.
home.
I shot that guy so he couldn't let the succubus on us, because we would die.
Yes, and I would love to kill you for doing that. He was my ticket to freedom. Oh, the things I could have done in this world with such an idiot to make a deal with. Oh, he was perfect. A succubus's wet dream.
Yep, one small price.
A soul. That is steep price.
So what do you
I
want
don't
to
think
do
it's
anyways?
What do I want to do? Well, there's a lot of things I want to do. Travel, kill some things, get some souls, maybe, Doesn't have to be good souls. It could be bad people, I can sell souls to some bad people. That works too. I don't discriminate.
We should have just killed her.
I killed the guy to prevent us from having to deal with having to attack her. Succubi are a lot trickier to fight than a simple human.
You killed an innocent person who's done nothing wrong.
He summoned a devil illegally.
He's a person, a desperate person, yes, but a person.
That's
I know,
right.
but
You did kill him. How dare you kill such an innocent person?
I know, but there's nothing wrong. Isn't that kind of objectively bad here when we know he's a thief and he summoned a succubus illegally?
We know thieves. We know people who've done things wrong. We, for hell's sake, have some of us done things that are not particularly good. Thinking of Charles.
Shame on you, mister.
Not to mention what we had to do in order to help the people of Black Snow.
Yeah. After that, I don't think one beggar's life is worth us having to nearly die to a succubus. I'm
You should feel
sorry.
very ashamed of yourself. You know what? I'll make you a very easy deal, all right? I'll bring him back to life. A soul for a soul.
Unfortunately, I need my soul still.
Oh, don't need your soul. It could be another soul. Anyone's soul. It could be his soul. It could be a soul of an actual criminal. It could be the soul of a politician. Someone you hate. Someone you like. It could be anyone's soul.
Souls are not mine to give.
But they're mine to take. Oh, it doesn't have to be a soul. It could be a favor. Bring him back to life, going all the way back to hell, finding his soul. It's very tedious to do such a thing, but he's only a little dude. He's not worth much, so it's gonna be easy to get. You just gotta let me free and go do something I want to go do. I do something for you, you let me do something for me. It's easy. No souls involved. All right.
I got too much to deal with souls already.
What if you hired me? That's something you could do too.
How much it cost?
Well, what kind of currency are we talking about here? Money, favors, souls,
Straight up gold.
straight up gold? I don't really have a lot to do with gold. Could be, and what kind of content are we talking? Like absolute mercenary, guard, bodyguard, the occasional favor, teacher.
How much
Teach
money
you
would
some
it
cool
cost?
fire tricks
How much money would it cost for you to bring him back?
to bring him back. She kind of does some mental math. We're looking at in the ballpark of 7,000 gold, maybe 10,000 gold.
Yeah, not worth it.
Undoing murder is hard, isn't it?
Look, I did that out of reaction. He was about to sick her on us. Did you want to fight her?
I would have been fine to do so if it involved not killing a
You don't know
person.
what he was gonna do. All he maybe just wanted a little, snuggle time.
He
I've
said
seen
kill
desperate
them,
men
kill
before.
them, kill them before I shot you. Before I shot him.
He could have referred to anyone.
We could have taken her, Dusty.
Yeah, look at me. I'm just a frail little succubus with wings and claws and spooky magic.
Fine, I'm sorry.
Oh, we all know apology is not good enough here.
Look, we've already killed people we regret more than that guy.
Oh, this is not your first kill. Oh, this is spicy.
Who have we killed that we regret killing more than this?
The children?
Oh, you've killed children? Oh, God, I thought I was the bad guy here. Woo!
That was a necessary evil. We already discussed that.
And this
We
was
also
unnecessary
said
to save us?
No, it wasn't. Because we could have fought this.
That's not a guarantee, unfortunately.
Well, it's not now, since you've already made the decision for all of us.
It's shame on you, Dusty, for doing that. You bad, bad boy.
How many people have you killed, anyways?
Who have I killed?
No, I'm asking the succubus.
Who have? Couple people. No one important. I mean, I'm weak. You guys could have killed me very easily. Ooh.
Can I insight check that?
Go for it.
My one good insight
It's
of the day.
obvious very obvious she's mocking Fenix
Yeah.
in a way that she probably isn't very weak.
Like, Fenix, I read about devils, I've read about succubi. I really, truly doubt that.
I truly believe in our group, and I also think that what you've done is wrong, regardless of why you did it. You killed a man who was unarmed, a man who was just trying to live.
Does the
You killed
succubus
him.
not count as an armament?
You killed him.
And?
You took a life. Does that not matter to you?
I traded a life. For us to be assured to be alive, we got our job done. Plus, we have killed people before. We've killed bandits already in this campaign, haven't we? Or did we just kill wolves
No.
and goblins? Are goblins sentient?
Yeah.
Those are people, aren't they?
Yes, and you'll remember how difficult that was for me.
Then you here. Look at it this way. You didn't have to do it. My hands got the blood.
That doesn't change how it's... That's not how it works, Dusty. I watched a man die. A man that was desperate and just trying to find a way to survive and get out of the slump that he's in. What you've done is cold, uncaring, unfeeling.
Yeah. It's the job.
As
Maybe
Phoenix is monologuing, the succubus is like mimicking her, like waggling fingers or whatever, mouthing the same words as her, bobbing her head and things.
I'm just gonna take out my notebook and write down just write down all the details of this. and I'm just gonna stay silent until the others get back at this point. I've said my piece.
What about you, silent little swordsman? What do you think of this? Do you think he did the right thing or the wrong thing? Well, you're muted, so I can't hear you.
No, he's just harping. He doesn't say anything.
I believe he reacted. And though we shouldn't kill without impunity, in this case, I do understand that it's either him or us point of view.
Oh, spicy. It's a 2 versus 1. What about you, Gaddafi? What are you going to do about this?
Could have gone for a non-lethal strike, Dusty.
Oh, she's also got a good point. What are you going to do about this, Dusty?
Can you even make non-lethal strike? Like, that's an actual rule question. Can you make non-lethal range strikes?
Yes.
Yes.
Anything that isn't magic can be done non-lethally.
I just reacted. I didn't think about not doing it lethally. I'm not used to being able to kill people that fast.
Ooh, can you trust someone like this, Fenix? Like, he's off the hinge. He's crazy. Me, you can trust. We make a deal. I follow the deal to the T.
Every word you say justifies me.
This
Can I make a wisdom
devil.
check to, like, see what the devil's doing, pretty much? To, like,
Insight
see
check.
if they're doing it. Insight?
Insight
Okay.
check. With an
Am I
8,
wise?
you don't know what she's trying to do. It's weird. You would think like she's trying to like, beg for help or make deals, but she's just antagonizing everyone. It's weird.
I'll just continue to look at her then.
Yeah. Ooh, you know what you two should do? You should fight. It's very obvious you hate each other very much. Ooh, even better. You should report him to the guard. Yeah.
You think your little mind games work on me?
Mind games? I don't know what you're talking about. I just want him to die.
They don't.
No, they don't work. So you're thinking he shouldn't be punished for his crimes? He just said he committed murder in cold blood.
What he did was wrong. I'm trying to
Mhm.
teach him that.
Well, Dusty, what do you think? Do you think you did something wrong? Have you learned your lesson?
I killed a man who broke the law, summoned a devil, and was likely about to attack us with it. As far as I'm concerned, you're not a person, you're a weapon that he was brandishing at us.
And what do you say, Fenix, about this? Is his excuse good enough for you for him?
I say that you've spoken enough.
Well, I can still talk, and you're stuck down here with me, and I'm a little bored. So deals again. We keep back talking about deals. Last chance. Special offer right now. All right. You promise me so after you die, I teach you a new trick. Huh? Who wants to summon a fireball made of shadows? So that's gonna cool. Transforming into rats, teleporting, summoning imps. No, nothing entertaining any of you three. Man, you guys are boring as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Can we just
Man,
cut to the
this is
others
taking
now?
a while.
Yeah. Well, they had to go across the other side of the city.
Oh man, I guess you three stuck down here with me for a long while.
Mm-hmm.
Probably for at least another 20 minutes, maybe. Before the end of the session, obviously. But damn, it's a long time.
I got a book.
Yeah. I would love to read you hot stuff, and then kill you.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people seem to want to kill me lately.
Darn, you know it'd be really useful? A bodyguard. It doesn't even have to be me. I can go get you one.
Nah.
I could teach you things. Heck, it doesn't need to be magic. I could teach you skills. You know? You seem such a lonely man. I could teach you how to find yourself a woman.
Uh-huh. Don't worry, I already got one in my head.
Well, I mean, I don't judge, if that's how you want to be, that's how you want to be. But, a real woman or man, if that's what you want, I could do that too.
One of those is there too. Look, I'm already 2 up on souls on you, so you can be fine now.
Oh, you have souls for trade. Oh. We can make deals. We could do some trades, Well, what do you got? What do you got inside you there?
Jeff, Nivian, do you have anything to say to this hussy?
Roll me a d20.
Okay. 11.
You get a general sense that they both want her just gone or dead or something like that.
Yeah, no, they don't like you.
Well, I mean, I'm a devil. Not many people like me. Most people either temporarily enjoy me or they acknowledge me.
Yeah, but they seem to really want you dead.
Well, then come in here and kill me then, like you killed that man.
Do you want to do that? Will that make you feel better, Fenix, if we actually kill the devil?
I'm waiting for Charles and Gwilric.
I thought it was just a weak little thing, Not a weapon. So what is it, Fenix? Was his kill justified or not justified? Which is it?
I told you I'm not speaking with you.
Ah, you're speaking with me right now, though. You're a terrible liar. While all this bantering is going on, Charles, you back?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there you are. I see you. You get back to the Black House, about an hour or so later. You find Magnus. Once again, the imp opens the door. Back so soon.
Yes, I need to see Magnus as I put a platinum in his hand.
He takes it, and there you go in.
Yes.
Magnus sees you come in. He's like, "You're either here for good things or bad things. Which is it?"
Bad thing for me, good thing for you. So,
Elaborate.
remember that summoning ritual I talked to you about?
Yeah.
Well, turns out when we arrived, the ritual took place, and it was indeed a succubus, as you said.
Okay.
No,
And
now I left, as no one in our group knows what to do with her, I thought it would be a good idea if I left her to you to do what you want with her. And send her back to where she belongs after.
he holds up a finger. What do you want out of this?
Just her to leave this place. You do whatever you think will be needed for it.
He holds up a hand. I want to be clear about this. You're giving me an already summoned succubus for free.
If I need a favor from you in the future, perhaps I will remember you about it. But for now, I don't need it.
Rule 1 when interacting with people, especially demons or devils. Always draw the lines of the deal. All right?
Yes.
This is what I learned in the beginning. I want the line. No one just gives someone a succubus. All right? There's a string attached to it.
Yes.
All right?
From what we know, the original summoner didn't had time to make a deal with her. They couldn't agree on anything. And let's say he died before he finalized his deal.
Well, that's probably
you
for
will be
best.
You will be free to make whatever deal you want with her.
Okay. And what do you want from me?
I told you, just make sure she leaves this facet, and in the future, if I need new information about magical related, I may ask you. But for now, I don't need anything.
He's like, fine, lead the way.
Okay, it's in the lower parts of the town.
He follows you back. So, tall, dark, and handsome. What's up with the weird guy up top?
Hmm?
He's talking to you, Caius. Or sorry, the succubus is talking to you, Caius. Asking about Gwilric.
I don't believe I owe you anything, especially not conversation. And I'll just like continue just to stare at her.
Maybe not, but I'm just curious. I mean, he's up there all by himself. He seems like a lonely man, or elephant, or thing. I don't know what he is. Never seen him before. He is a man, right?
Racist.
Hey. I am not a racist. I'll fuck anything, all right?
Go fuck yourself.
Hey.
Careful, she may take this for an answer.
That's good.
She's like, hey, listen now. Listen. You can only, play with the best player in the field so many times. Sometimes you gotta play with the little league to make yourself feel better.
There's a lot of creepy implications in that comment, and I'm not gonna go into them.
All right. So, limited time offer. No souls. You just gotta look the other way for a couple hours every now and then. And I'm your bitch. What do you say? Special TV offer here, guys. I'll even double it.
The hell's a TV?
What do you like to know?
Definitely. What do
Take
you-
this deal, I'll tell you anything you want to know. Next stuff. Knowledge about devils? The hierarchy? I'll tell you I'll answer any question you want.
Like everyone's just there, like no selling the succubus. Like this is torture for a succubus.
Come on, guys. Don't toy with me here, right? I know some kinky things, but this isn't just boring at this point.
What, you never done denial?
I mean, I've denied others.
Well, shouldn't you have experience on both ends?
Wouldn't you like a lesson?
No, I would not.
Are you sure? You seem so lonely. I mean, think of all what I can give you. Power, fame, friends.
Nah, I was reading this book and there was a big strong moral about not fucking devils in it. Or else you would get else you get assaulted by zombies in big armor.
Well, I don't know about any zombies in armor. I mean, I may have sucked a couple souls dry. That's just part of it. Bad deals, You just gotta be smarter than me. Which, I mean, it's not like you three are smarter than me. You're too scared to even fight me. The widow little weak succubus. The bantering continues on for a long time, as you can tell.
Like it's just like she's getting to the point where it's like, I will look, dude, just give me a corn chip, please.
Gwilric, you would see Charles and a figure you do not recognize come walking up to you.
And how much of the downstairs conversation have I been able to hear?
I would say like 80% of it.
I'd just go, oh, finally.
Have they done something stupid?
More of a continuous stupidity, but nothing too severe.
Okay. I think maybe we will need to take them out by force,
Right.
but yes. Magnus
starts rolling up his sleeves. He's all right. This is a weird-ass succubus, but you know what? I'll deal with it.
She's all yours, mate. She's all yours.
All right. He starts rubbing. Hey, this is a dude. Points out Gwilric.
No.
Seriously?
She's in.
Seriously,
No,
you
no.
think I'm a...
Listen,
No.
They look like many different things. I've seen some things.
He's one of my companions. Succubus
That's
in
not a
the
devil?
basement.
Meow.
In the basement? I'll
In
say
the
less.
basement, yes.
My man is down to fuck anything.
Hey, and so you three in the basement would hear someone come down,
Fenix is
Through
just
gritted teeth, I am grumbling all manner of Luxodon curses.
and he comes in. He's like, Mirthos, and the succubus is like, Magnus.
Oh, great! It's a booty call.
Oh, you know
He's-
each other.
Oh, she's like
He's a
every other
no-
month.
Hmm. Oh, you told me you had them more frequently.
Well, I rotate through different ones. All right, I like to
Oh,
share.
okay.
Sometimes
Okay.
she's busy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I see. I can see it.
Mirthos is like, all right, little playthings. I had my fun with you. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, we are done here. Come back.
How do we? He isn't about to make some kind of bad deal with this thing, and we should be concerned about it.
Magnus waves a hand. Hey, the deal was I could do whatever I wanted to do with her. That was the deal. Talking
Yes.
with him. Points at Charles.
Charles.
Yes, yeah, the condition was he can do whatever he wants with her, and because after she leave this place, or like plain.
Magnus is gonna hope her finger. No, they can stay and watch. I want to teach him a lesson.
What?
I only want to stay long enough to see if we can recover any leftovers of the stolen goods.
I doubt
Mhm.
it. They were probably taking up with the ritual.
You're like, yes, any materials used are gone. However, deals, he points at you, Charles. Notice how you never specified a time, or a when, or a how she leaves this facet. You also didn't say what I could or couldn't do with her. If I really wanted to, I could hypothetically, he says, looking at her, make a deal where I offer up all your souls and kill you all right here, right now.
I think you understood what I meant with you taking care of her, in your usual way.
Rule 7 of
Yes,
making deals
yes.
with devils. Always be specific.
Mm-hmm. You're not a devil.
Someone else's soul.
What was that, Ganazi?
Fenix. How do you offer someone else's soul?
Oh, it's easy. So you hold them, you kill them, and you offer it. It's easy. Done it a couple times.
I look at Fenix and I just say, does that talk we had extend to Charles?
This moment, no.
I look to Charles and say, hey, your hat is significantly bigger than your brain. The
Of
feather
course.
is significantly bigger than
Of
your
course,
brain.
it's twice as big as my head. Of course, it will be bigger.
Oh.
The smallest button on your coat is significantly bigger than your brain.
I need to buy bigger buttons.
You should put
He
a
looks
rating
at
on a
you.
book and sell it.
Magnus looks at you, Gwilric. He's like, did you do anything to help out?
I am pissed off enough at everything already.
Mm.
Don't tempt me with the notion of me dying.
No, I'm not going to kill anyone. It's just making sure you're aware of what happens here. Seems like you guys are really high and tight. You sure you don't want to stay?
I'm leaving.
Hey,
Somebody needs to report back to the guild.
The succubus waggles her fingers and blows you a kiss. Bye.
What
I-
exactly are you planning on doing with the succubus?
Ah, well. Hold on 1 second, he says. He's going to pull out a device and draw a circle around the other two circles. This one with like a green chalk and some other symbols drawn in between. You see the succubus's mouth moving? You don't hear any sound. All right. Now she can't hear us, and I can actually talk about what the fuck I want with you guys. All right. Listen, it's a succubus. I didn't summon it. It's an illegal summon. So I'm just going to send her back. Banishment spell. Easy.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just like having fun torturing these things and making them think they're going to get something out of this, when in reality I just blue ball them and they go back home with nothing.
Can I insight check you just because
Yeah,
I'm
go for
curious? I'm gonna guide myself on this
You can. I'll allow it.
for an 11.
You get like a feeling like he's like not lying at all, but like is having fun with you guys as well. At the same time.
I told you he was reliable.
This guy regularly deals with devils. Of course he knows how to fuck with people.
Of course.
So, oh god, it's been a weird day. It's been a weird day.
Here's the question.
You were stuck in the basement for a couple hours with a succubus. The fact you're all here and not trying to stab yourselves in the ears is a testament to your willpower.
Speaking of stuff, are you familiar with the law around here?
He like points to himself. I deal with devils.
That's why I was asking a question. Are succubi that are sicked on people considered weapons?
Yes.
Okay, I feel better. The dead body is my fault. He was gonna sick the succubus on us. Do you need that out of here? Or
Was he the one who summoned the succubus?
Yes.
Then he was then killing him is probably the best thing he could have done for him.
Oh. It's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
Validation.
Well, you see, when you summon a devil illegally, the convergence will just put you in a jail and actually sell you to buy back someone more important later on.
Really?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time. I mean, you're worthless to the convergence. You're an idiot. You summoned a devil illegally, so they sell you to the devils.
Fenix just realized they're in a dystopia.
Yeah. A law isn't lawful?
It's lawful.
He's
it's
like,
just lawful
now,
evil.
keep in mind, this guy is not worth much. All right? He may be worth like an answer to a question or something like that, if anything.
In a weird way, that makes sense.
Like Fenix is going, every human life has intrinsic value. It's like, not to the
What? I mean,
state.
By summoning a devil, he already...
The convergence has tiers of laws, right?
Yeah.
Once you open the door to dealing with outer planar creatures, you are now in the law of the universe, not the law of the convergence.
Yeah, and I think his soul is already kind of belongs to...
I'll give you another
devils,
example,
so,
he says. You do a seance where you're trying to talk to the spirits, so you're inviting them into your presence. You run the risk of them possessing you and forfeiting your right to your own body. Same premise.
Looks at Dusty when he says
You dabble in evil and fucked up shit can happen to you. Loss of innocence.
Okay. Well, this banishing, how long does it take?
How fast can you say "give it a boop" and he snaps his fingers and she's banished?
I'll have to learn that trick. I might have to study
It's an action to cast banishment. So
I might have to learn from you someday.
She appears in her whole plate, just goes, "Fuck!" Again.
oh yeah, absolutely. She's like that bastard.
Blue balled again!
Again.
He regularly summons succubi. He didn't say what he does.
Yes.
I get the feeling she has been on the receiving end of denial multiple times.
Hopefully this session wasn't too weird, but when it involves a succubus, it's gonna get weird.
I know.
Yes.
I like how, honestly, I kind of enjoy Dusty murdering the guy, because, like, it's weird that seemed like it was the best decision in this case.
Anyway.
Also, I hope you hated Myrthos as much as I did playing her.
Oh, yeah. Like, it was like, oh, God. No, stop.
Oh, man.
Like,
I kept going, and I'm like, how long is it going to take for them to ask me to stop? Let's see.
Fenix had the equivalent of, I'm on a tropical beach right now. I'm on a tropical beach right now by the end of that.
I was mainly sitting here wondering how long until they figure out that the best course of action they can take is to not talk. Not talk to her.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but even when they were speaking between them, she would talk on top, so, you know.
That was the thing, is that even when we were trying to speak to just each other, she was adding in. There's like, oh, okay. That's when Fenix realized, you know what? This is a conversation for later.
Yeah. Just not talk, because also every little thing you were saying was giving her free information.
Oh yeah, you gave them like in names and like how you felt about each other. Like, oh my gosh, it was great.
Yeah, she may have been blue ball, but she got a good amount out of this visit.
She got a bunch of random adventurers' relationship dynamics.
That can be pretty valuable to a devil in the long run.
Especially if they're trying to torture Fenix. Like, holy shit, Fenix is going through the ringer these last couple sessions.
Fenix is just an eternal angst train. Woo woo.
Like,
apparently.
I need to do the right thing, and you're in a party of semi-murder hobos.
Well, we're gonna wrap up the session here.
Why semi?
Because we usually have reasons for murdering people. We don't just do it out of randomly.
I just want to quickly say before we wrap up, I just thought of what the rude gesture Gwilric shot at the succubus before he left looked like. He grabbed the top of his snout and ran his hand down the length of it before pointing his snout at her.
Nice.
Just that. Yeah, that is considered a very rude gesture among Luxodons.
It is now.
I did want to ask if, so are we gonna go over, rewards here, or are we gonna do that next session?
Oh, we'll do it next session.
Do we even get
Yeah, we have to report back that, oh yeah, we weren't actually able to recover the stolen goods.
Oh,
So,
We went to succubus.
so I was expecting her to fight you guys, so
Yeah, something that I thought just after was maybe I could ask Magnus to like favor give me back materials to summon succubus, and like we give these back to the shop.
too bad you didn't ask for that.
Question.
Yeah, but I can ask him, go back, ask him, and you know.
Yeah, he asked for a favor.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
but
just thought of it now.
he asked for an undefined favor from a guy who regularly deals with devils, and even very specifically said, I need you to outline what you want.
Yeah, so if
Media
I
now.
gave him the full list of what was taken in shop, I say, okay, I need this.
My character for the other campaign would have been so good for this campaign. I deeply regret not having that character in this campaign.
Why, were they a lot more morally ambiguous?
Yes.
Okay.
Otaki is currently in the process of murdering all his half-siblings.
Oh god, neat.
Hunting down and murdering all his half-siblings.
Legit question, DM. How difficult would you rate that encounter at, though?
Deadly.
Ah! I am just...
Really?
Succubi
Actually,
can-
what she was gonna do was throw a necro fireball and then disappear.
Yeah. And Succubi can take over people and make him fine. They took over Gwilric and made him rage. We'd have a wall to deal with, and necro fireballs.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah, because Succubi can transform and cast invisibility. So.
They're like CR...
Other
Aren't they like CR7?
Yes, but if you know she had a blue border around her,
Yeah, it's
which
green.
means she was a mini boss.
Mini boss. Green's the big boss.
Yeah, green is Dark Souls of bosses. Blue is like, all right, this is gonna be a tedious and difficult fight.
Yeah.
I feel like we might have been able to take her, but I'm going to remind you that Fenix does not believe in risks. He's just like, you do it.
Oh, yeah.
You just do it.
Just do it.
Oh.
Nike sponsorship.
Yeah.
Okay, gotta draw Fenix and
Shia
Nike.
LaBeouf
That's the difference.
is your
Charles
motivator.
believes in risk. He
It's
just
like,
knows the
dude,
gamble,
that's
you
level
know?
20
Like,
polymorph. Your true polymorph into
Equivalent
Shia
of
LaBeouf.
doing it or not trying.
So, I'm a little sad. Like no one took up the deal, but at the same time, I'm also proud.
Well, the thing is, like, most of the people here are characters that aren't desperate enough to take it yet.
I
True.
dangled things in front. I dangled enough treats in front of you guys that.
I feel like the problem is maybe us as players know the succubus is too obvious and it's a character bleed.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? You guys didn't take the deal, so if for better or for worse.
I've already had one character die from his stupidity. I'm not gonna add another to the list just yet.
So, I hope you all had fun as much as it was a pain in the ass.
It was an interesting level of tension.
Yes.
Honestly, it's just adding party tension on party tension at this point.
Yeah, I was definitely adding some tension there, but again, that's just what a trap succubus would have done. So,
Like, the thing is, like, the party's gotta have we need, like, an ice cave bonding episode.
who knows?
Fenix
Who knows?
to buy Dusty a drink after this, because in the end, you know what? He did just do it to protect them, but Fenix in the moment was very angry because a human life was killed for no reason.
You should buy 2 drinks. One to give to Dusty, and one to throw in his face.
Dude, chill.
It's the equivalent. It's the equivalent of like punching someone and being like, "Here's a beer."
That's how you know you're best friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I'll stop the recording there.
Dip out. Yep.
All right, yeah.